Hi everyone, please subscribe to my channel. Blood Immortal. See playlist for other chapters and novels. Join now our Telegram channel now and enjoy exclusive early access. t.me/blood_immortal_official. I do not translate the novels. Credits goes to original translator and author of the novel. I only make it as an audiobook so it would be easier to just listen while doing other things. Credits goes to the author of the novel. I convert stories to audiobook for mental health, for multitasking purpose, for accessibility and time saving. Listening to audiobook is also beneficial for people who have disability. It improves our listening skills and improve our English comprehension, vocabulary and other things. So, thank you for listening. Thank you and thank you very much for your support. Chapter 1. Let me level up. Ouch. My God, elder brother, it hurts. Use a little more strength, I'm almost done for. On the Saint Devil sect's training grounds, a young boy around the age of 16-17 was standing there crying out in pain, but the painful expression on his face also contained a trace of pleasure. Lin Fan had a secret. He did not originate from here but was instead from Earth. Not only did his soul transmigrate over, even his body transferred over too. When he first came to this mysterious world, Lin Fan's heart was completely overjoyed. Ever read novels before? The protagonists in those books, just which one of them were not full-fledged dominating, with strength, status, money, beauty, all of them within their grasp. In front of a simple movement of their bodies and release of some intimidating pressure, whether it be a peerless beauty or the supreme of a sect, all would have to obediently bow before their feet. But before Lin Fan could even finish his daydream, he realized that something was off. Somehow he ended up as a training punching bag for the disciples of a devil sect. Upon realizing this, Lin Fan was petrified on the spot. He only just transferred over and yet ended up becoming a punching bag. This doesn't make any sense. It would be okay even if he ended up as a complete piece of trash, but at the very least they should have let him hide away in incognito. But instead, he became a mere punching bag. This only made Lin Fan speechless and heartbroken enough to secretly cry away for days. In his first year after arriving at the Saint Devil sect, Lin Fan was still very ignorant. The pain he received was also very inhumane, almost to the point of being beaten into a third-class trash. If it weren't for the fact that this Saint Devil sect still had a bit of conscience and gave the punching bags a body training manual, he would have long been dead already. Open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket. When he first received this body training manual, Lin Fan's heart was in complete joy. The name alone had enough swag and domination. If he were to master this, wouldn't he become unbeatable? But when Lin Fan began practicing and experimenting a little, he realized this was a complete rip-off. Open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket had 3 levels and was a training technique that had been casually written by the Saint Devil sect's founder, an exclusive technique for the punching bags. Even if it was trained to the 3rd level according to the manual after achieving the titanium grade demon body, it was still merely something the disciples could defeat in one shot with a weapon. But fortunately, God will not forsake those who persevere, and even God couldn't bear to watch Lin's cruel fate. Thus, on the dark and windy night of a certain month, after Lin Fan finished discussing life with the daughter of the Duke in his dreams, he suddenly discovered that he had a data system. November LBJNN. Lin Fan researched it for a while but didn't find any kinds of artificial intelligence mentioned in novels. It was something that he had to completely rely on himself to figure out. As for the data system, at first Lin Fan didn't really understand, but later he noticed that underneath his character data panel also was the data of open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket that he trained. Usually, after completion of his daily punching bag work, Lin Fan immediately returned to eat, then train. After all, if he didn't master open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket soon, who knows when he might be killed by someone due to a massive blow. But now, Lin Fan awaited the time when he would get beaten up by those disciples, returning later to sleep and continue his fantastic daydreams. After Lin Fan had yelped out at the red-faced disciple, he opened his character panel. After carefully observing for a while, it seemed that with just a bit more effort, his open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket would rise to the 5th level. Though according to the manual open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket could only be trained to the 3rd level, he had already trained it to the 4th level. What was going on with that? Name: Lin Fan. Level: 1. Experience points: 0. Martial skills: open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket 4th level 2000 3000. Lin Fan looked at his own character data panel and also felt a little sour. The level was still level 1, and as for leveling up, it was not like Lin Fan never thought about it. It was just that he could never find a way. It had been a year since he came to this world, and even though he was yet to leave the Saint Devil sect, Lin Fan had still inquired about the cultivation levels of this world. Pre-celestial, post-celestial, paracelestial, lesser celestial, greater celestial, each stage divided further into 9 levels. Lin Fan realized that it likely was not limited to just these, but because he was merely a punching bag, to be able to investigate this much was already pretty good. +1, +1, +1. The experience for open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket began slowing to a crawl. Lin Fan looked at the current sect disciple in front of him that was already mustering all his strength inside. Today was an unlucky day for him to meet such a weak disciple, his attack only increased his experience by 1. Furthermore, the punches on his body were so soft and powerless he even thought that they better not stop giving him experience altogether. Sure enough, as soon as he thought that, +0, +0. Seriously, this garbage can't go on any further. He doesn't even give experience anymore. There is simply no point in this. Lin Fan looked around at his fellow punching bags, whose screams echoed to the sky as if they were experiencing the greatest pain they ever received in their entire life. In the Saint Devil sect, no one would care even if punching bags were killed. They would just dig a hole and bury them and move on. Why aren't you screaming? At this moment, the disciple that saw the previously screaming Lin Fan now just look around, a spark of anger ignited in his heart. When the punching bag was screaming while being beaten by him, even if he was a bit tired, he would still be very excited and feel like he was very strong. But now he was angry. Lin Fan, thinking that he couldn't waste this day anymore, looked at the sect disciple in front of him and said, "What are you barking about? Acting is very tiresome, okay. Your punches are feeble like a sissy." The face of the sect disciple who heard these insulting words began to turn white then blue, and his eyes began quaking with fury. Lin Fan looked at the sect disciple's expressions and laughed out loud, "Your facial performances aren't bad. Go home and drink some more milk. It's like you are scratching my itch." The sect disciple suddenly became speechless, and his voice became all choked up, his previous aggressive eyes suddenly turning watery. "Wah, you are bullying me. My punches are not weak." Lin Fan instantly became stunned, watching the wailing disciple run off from the training grounds like a bare-bottomed baby, completely speechless. As a disciple of a devil sect, how can he be so fragile? Lin Fan shook his head, not paying any more heed to that guy, and instead tried to think of a way to hurriedly level up. A 4th level open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket was already this strong, who knew what a 5th level would be like? Lin Fan stood there holding his chin, and looked around at the surrounding punching bags and sect disciples, as his lips curled into a smile. It seems there was a need to enable the taunting mode. Lin Fan gathered his breath and then roared out loudly. "Everyone stop, I have something to say." Lin Fan's roar could totally compete with the lion's roar in novels. For Lin Fan, wasn't it just a competition to see who was louder? Back on Earth, he was the class exercise leader after all, so it would be no good if his voice were not loud. Those disciples who were training with the punching bags also were stopped by this roar. The screaming punching bags, whose faces were beaten black and blue, looked towards Lin Fan, unsure what their fellow punching bag was about to do. Some punching bags at this moment hurriedly gathered their breath, awaiting the next wave of attacks. Just when would this kind of days ever come to an end? Apparently, if they were to train the open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket to the 3rd level, they would be able to become outer sect disciples, just like these outer sect disciples that were using them as punching bags. But they know it was impossible when they thought about it. After all, some of the senior punching bags that had stayed here for a few years already, even they had only trained open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket to the 1st level. As for the 3rd level, it was practically impossible. At this moment, the punching bags all become dumbfounded after hearing the next words, with the same set of words resounding in their respective heads, "This guy will be beaten to death." Don't look at me with such a confused expression. If I were to be honest, in my eyes, everyone here is absolute trash. Lin Fan, with one hand behind his back, turned towards the outer sect disciples and beckoned them with his finger. Chapter 2. A bunch of trash come hit me. Chapter 2. A bunch of trash come hit me. What did he say? Trash, how dare he call us trash? Damn it, we are Saint Devil sect's outer examination disciples. As long as we pass the examination, we can become outer sect disciples. A mere punching bag dares to say that to us. Despicable. Which one of us isn't a dragon amongst men, descendants of nobility? This puny punching bag dares to insult us. My fellow brothers, don't worry, I will teach this ignorant fool a lesson. At this point, these outer sect examination disciples were completely infuriated. They never would have thought a person of the lowest category in the sect would dare defy them. It was essentially seeking death. At the same time, the hearts of the battered punching bags were filled with gratitude after hearing those hate-seeking words. Bro, boss, father. Lin Fan stood there watching the person draw near. Brat, you are far too arrogant. Even though I won't take your worthless life, I will still let you understand that arrogance is wrong. These outer sect examination disciples, even though they had yet to learn the Saint Devil sect's martial arts, the strength they possessed was impressive compared to average people. Although it wasn't at the point of cracking metal and splitting stone, they could still destroy trees of the thickness of a bowl with one punch. Prepared to teach Lin Fan a lesson, the outer sect examination disciple took a stance and let out a cry, attacking with full force. Bam! Lin Fan looked at the person in front of him as his lips curled into a smile. +2. As expected, this guy is stronger than the previous on. Not bad, not bad. Oh, I said you guys are trash, and you all wouldn't believe me. Completely useless. Can't you use more power? Lin Fan stood there brushing off his chest in disdain. Again, brat, don't get cocky, eat this. The outer sect examination disciple was unwilling to believe this outcome. +2. +2. ... At this point, the outer sect examination disciple had both hands shaking, and was heavily gasping for breath, as his forehead began dripping with sweat. What's up, can't continue? Lin Fan smiled while looking at the guy in front of him. Not bad, not bad. He gave me around 100 experience. Even though the attacks, later on, became powerless and didn't really increase experience, the initial attacks were still okay. November LBJNN. At this moment, the outer sect examination disciple looked up at Lin Fan with his eyes filled with utter disbelief. This guy, was he possibly made of steel or something? Seeing the guy before him acting so arrogant, the outer sect examination disciple could feel his heart filled with indignation, but he was unable to do anything. He then roared out. Brothers, beat him to death. Lin Fan was awaiting this very moment. To achieve the 5th level of the open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket, he would need to rely on these guys. Who knew just how many levels this open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket had? Currently, the attacks of this group of outer sect examination disciples on his body already felt like nothing. If he were to raise the open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket to the 100th level, then wouldn't he become invincible? Haha, come at me trash, bring out all your strength. Lin Fan laughed out loud. At this point, countless numbers of fists rained down upon Lin Fan's body. Brat, don't get so cocky. Today we'll let you know our power. +2, +1, +1, +0, ... At this moment, Lin Fan saw a guy's fist land on his body without giving any experience, and yet he stood there taking up space and acting like he was doing something. This greatly displeased Lin Fan. This guy was essentially standing there doing nothing, and thus he immediately kicked him aside, making room for others. Seeing the experience for open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket continue to skyrocket made Lin Fan feel incredibly pleased. As expected, with more people, the experience also rises quicker. The hearts of the surrounding punching bags, who were collapsed on the ground, were further overwhelmed with gratitude seeing Lin Fan being beaten by a group of people. Big bro, rest in peace. After you die, we will continue to remember you. Woo woo, why do I feel like crying seeing this? From now on, you are our big bro. The outer sect examination disciples continued to attack mercilessly, all blows accurately hitting the mark. Brat, let's see you be cocky now. Today, we will beat you until you beg for mercy. HMPH, how dare you challenge us? If we don't punish you today, you won't know the difference between heaven and earth. At this point, in order to receive the blows more efficiently, Lin Fan was directly lying face down on the ground. According to Lin Fan's analysis, whether it be toes or fingers, as long as the blow was strong enough, the experience would increase. Soon, 2,853 thousandths. Just 150 experience points left. Please give a little more effort. As for after reaching the 5th level, Who knew if these guys' attacks would give open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket any further experience. Originally, at the first level, these outer sect examination disciples, hits could bring 10 experience points. But with each increase in level, the amount of experience began to decrease more and more. After reaching the 4th level, it was essentially 1-2 points per hit. Sometimes, there were even no points. Seems like after the level rises, a new method will be needed. Oh crap, who kicked my butt? Oh, hey, don't get too ahead of yourselves, or I will get mad. Holy, ding, open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket has risen to the 5th level. Ding, activation startup of the strongest upgrade system, met. Entering adjustment state, will fall unconscious for 24 hours. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, entering unconscious state, the strongest upgrade system, entering activation mode. At this point, Lin Fan had lost all consciousness, but he was really looking forward to the capabilities of the strongest upgrade system after its activation. Currently, the outer sect examination disciples had long exhausted all their energy. They were angry, but as for the punching bag that dared provoke them, it was likely that he had long died already. Everyone stop, this guy is likely dead already. That moment, a fairly sturdy-looking outer sect examination disciple, with his face completely beet red and forehead full of sweat, called out. Hey, he's completely motionless. It looks like he actually died. Even if it were an ox, it wouldn't be able to withstand all that beating. At that moment, a disciple came forward and checked Lin Fan's breath, then suddenly exclaimed, hey, he is still breathing. He's not dead yet. This guy is a monster, even after all that, he's still not dead. HMPH, we have shown him what happens to people who act arrogant. If he dares to insult us again, we will take his worthless life. That's right, it's getting late. 3 days later is the outer sect examination. We still need to train some more and go all out. Let's go. When the outer sect examination disciples left the training grounds, the punching bags that had been hiding afar all hurried over. Hurry, bring Big Bro back and take care of his wounds. Big Bro is a real man. I, or Go Dan, have never in my entire life looked up to anyone, but I respect Big Bro. What can those outer examination disciples do? In the end, they had to group together to defeat Big Bro. Big Bro must have trained the open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket to the 3rd level. Those so-called outer sect geniuses are nothing. Enough nonsense, hurry up and carry Big Bro back. Right, Big Bro, you must hold on. Chapter 3. The world's most terrifying martial arts. Chapter 3. The world's most terrifying martial arts. Lin Fan opened his eyes, and his expression immediately changed. Upon opening his eyes, several panicked-looking faces appeared before him. This could be incredibly traumatizing for anyone. What are you all doing? Lin Fan's voice shook slightly. Did these guys possibly do some unspeakable things to me while I was unconscious? Such as, Big Bro, you're finally awake. I knew you wouldn't be defeated so easily. One of the boys surrounding Lin Fan said excitedly. Huh, Lin Fan blanked for a moment. What's up with these guys, and since when did I become their Big Bro? That's right, the system should be up. I need to analyze it. Let's ignore these guys for now and directly open it up. Name, Lin Fan. Level, 1. Experience points 0/10. Martial skills. Open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket 5th level 3000 10,000. Others explore on your own. It didn't change much from the previous one, except for the experience points. Big Bro must be hungry, hurry up and get Big Bro some food. Right. Not long after that, a big bowl of delicious-smelling chicken soup appeared before him. Lin Fan did not say anything, and with his stomach protesting in hunger, Lin Fan immediately finished off the chicken soup under the envious stares of the surrounding people. He didn't think that amongst his fellow punching bags, there were still some good ones hidden like this. Not bad. Big Bro, you must be tired. Let Big Bro take a good rest after he finishes eating. Big Bro, you have to hold on. Big Bro will definitely become a dragon and phoenix amongst men in the future. It was unfortunate that Go Dan was beaten to death this morning. He will not be able to witness the future greatness of Big Bro. Quote, Saint Devil Sect was a devil sect, and life and death situations were a normal occurrence. Everyday punching bags died, so this sort of thing was no longer shocking. After the surrounding people had left, a single individual remained. His figure was short, not really sturdy looking, and also had a look that seemed sorry to the masses. To be able to survive this long could also be considered a talent for someone like him. Big bro, this is a martial skill passed down in my family. I think, among us, Big Bro is the only one who can obtain it as you are the sole genius. So you must continue on. The person brought out a time-worn and tattered secret manual from his chest and gave it to Lin Fan. Lin Fan unreservedly accepted it, then looked at the person in front of him. Okay, if in the future you don't die and I become a person who dominates the world, I will ensure your great success. This was the first time Lin Fan made a promise to someone after coming to this world. Huh, Big Bro, don't do this, just want you to try your best. It was evident that this person didn't take Lin Fan's words to his heart. From his perspective, Big Bro's bluff was a bit too much. Lin didn't say anything else, as he also knew the other party didn't really believe him. Basically, adding flowers to embroidery could never beat delivering charcoal when it was snowing. As he just started up, Lin Fan would remember in his heart every single person who helped him, and for the person in front of him, Lin Fan silently memorized his appearance. In the future, he would surely repay him. Big Bro, you have a good rest. I will go back. Okay. Lin Fan nodded his head and then looked at the secret manual. Ding. 2-bit secret manual open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket. Learn. Single quote. Of course learn. No matter how small a fly is, it is still meat. Particularly in this world, even though Lin Fan wasn't some elite of the sect, he still knew that the sect safeguarded its martial skills very strictly. As for being able to enter a hidden library and choosing any skills after becoming an outer sect disciple, that was complete bullshit. For the sect, the outer sect disciples could range from 10,000 to hundreds of thousands. How could there possibly be that many martial skills for everyone to choose from? A person had to rely on himself. Ding. Learned open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket. First level, 0/10. This open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket supposedly had only 2 levels, but it was unknown how many level this could rise to now. Even though open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket is a 2-bit technique, Lin Fan believed that he could raise this seemingly trash martial skill to an unbeatable level. Open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket had only one move, a move that was absolutely devastating for males, an earth-shattering power, one move that directly crushed one's balls. Lin Fan takes a deep breath, his body instantly moving as his right hand formed a claw, guiding it towards the indescribably wonderful place. +2. Ding. 2-bit martial skill open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket raised to 2nd level. Character experience +10. Ding. Character leveled up. Haha. Lin Fan laughed out loud. Who would have thought that not even a minute would pass an open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket would have already risen to the 2nd level. Looks like I really am a peerless genius. If he were to raise open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket to the 100th level, even God's balls would be crushed. Name. Lin Fan. Level. 2 Precelestial stage waiting to be unlocked. Experience points. 0/20. Martial skills. Open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket 5th level 3000 10,000ths. Open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket 2nd level 10/50ths. Lin Fan stood up and hurried towards the direction of the training grounds. This grand opportunity, how could he let it go waste? He must take advantage of this chance. The punching bags in the surroundings couldn't help but be confused seeing Big Bro leave so hastily. Where is Big Bro going? Wasn't Big Bro still heavily injured? From his pace that was full of spring and incredibly lively, was he perhaps all right? Oh no, yesterday, Big Bro took all the suffering for us. It must be because I mentioned how Ergo Dan was beaten to death by those outer sect examination disciples, he is now going for revenge. Quote. Big Bro values friendship so much, he will definitely stir up trouble. No, we must hurry over. Shortly, Lin Fan arrived at the scream-filled training grounds. Lin Fan looked towards those hard-working outer sect examination disciples, and his heart rejoiced looking at all those experience points. Open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket has already reached the 5th level. I wonder how much experience these guys can give. With that in mind, Lin Fan could not hold back any longer. Everyone stop. Just like yesterday, Lin Fan let out a roar, which was even louder than yesterday. The outer sect examination disciples all became stunned after seeing this and then began talking amongst themselves. This guy again. This guy was just beaten half to death by us yesterday, how is he still so lively today? HMPH, after yesterday's punishments, even he would dare not be so presumptuous. ... As soon as these outer sect examination disciples finished talking, Lin Fan put one hand behind his back and pointed straight ahead while shouting. Everyone, if I were to be honest. But this time, before Lin Fan could even finish, the outer sect examination disciples were already riled up. Brothers, this guy is once again provoking us. Using words to insult us, we must make him pay. ... Lin Fan smiled while looking at the rushing outer sect examination disciples, revealing a very pleased expression. How smart, after yesterday's lesson they can already link things together, not bad, not bad. In that case, let's see how much experience all of you can still give. Open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket. I just hope it isn't too little. Lin Fan looked at these talented youngsters with expectation and eyes full of hope. Plus O. At this moment, Lin Fan's previous expression of anticipation suddenly changed. What the hell? This, Brad, I will let you know the definition of misery today. Forgetful fool, do you really think we are easy to be messed with? I am the son of the Prince of Genin, my purgatory art has long been perfected. I will let you taste the pain of a living hell. ... Lin Fan looked at this group of angry outer sect examination disciples. If it were yesterday, then he would allow them to be excited, because the harder they tried, the more benefits he gained. But now, little bastards, since you are all so useless, I will let you experience the world's most terrifying martial arts technique, and let you all never forget this pain for eternity. Open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket. Chapter 4. Crushing all balls in sight. Chapter 4. Crushing all balls in sight. At this moment, the world began falling apart, the skies darkened, the seas dried up, and people jumped up and down, wave after wave. Monkey steals peach. +2. Monkey steals peach. +2. ... The formerly mighty training grounds was now filled with screams. The voices were soft like cotton, like the delicate breathing of females. Upon listening more carefully, one could feel a kind of endless sorrow and grief contained in them. Currently, Lin Fan was repeating the same action repeatedly, bending his waist, reaching out his hand and crushing with his fingers. Again and again, even if the world were to end, nothing could stop Lin Fan's longing for experience. You despicable little scumbag, using such a dirty move. The outer sect examination disciples were panicking in disarray, both hands covering their crotch, as a cold air rose from the bottom of their feet to the top of their head. Such terror, this was actually petrifying. Ding, 2-bit martial skill open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket raised to 3rd level. Ding, defeated lousy 2-bit disciple, experience +5. Ding, defeated lousy 2-bit disciple, experience +3. ... Oh, Lin Fan heard these notifications, his heart throbbing wildly with ecstasy. Who would have thought this was how the experience for character level came from? Seems like this is similar to a game, defeating a monster to level up. Not bad, not bad. At this moment, the outer sect disciples that suffered greatly at the hands of Lin Fan all looked at this scumbag with despising eyes. But at this point, they suddenly realized that the said SC******'*''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''' bag's eyes now had an intense glare that sent fear throughout their bodies, as if something even more terrible was about to happen. A group of outer sect examination disciples surrounded Lin Fan. Even though the scumbag in front of them utilized a foul move that they were unable to defend against, they still were unable to accept doing something like tucking their tails and running away. Even if they had to pay a great price, they needed to make this nasty scumbag fall here. Lin Fan stared coldly at both of his hands. This pair of hands was about to become tarnished, but if it meant gaining experience, merely staining his hands was utterly trivial. Look, his eyes, the front row of outer sect examination disciples exclaimed. They were carefully observing the dirty scumbag, and the moment Lin Fan's eyes flashed a sudden realization dawned upon them. Lin Fan looked up, a deep feeling of guilt within his eyes. He looked around at the group of outer sect examination disciples. Innocent lambs, you are all about to be tainted by this pair of wretched hands. But don't worry, I will hold back. Lin Fan stared intensely at the surrounding outer sect examination disciples. Dirty scumbag, what did you say? You think you alone can defeat the hundreds of us? Kneel down and apologize, then we'll spare your life. HMPH, don't be too presumptuous. Monkey steals peach. Suddenly Lin Fan rushed into the group. A 5th level open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket to these outer sect examination disciples was essentially a tank with perfect defense, rampaging about with no attacks being able to cause any damage. And even though open double angle bracket monkey steel's peach close double angle bracket was only at the 3rd level, it now had reached a point of unstoppable perfection. You dirty little scumbag, I will take you on. Ow, it hurts. Let go, it's being crushed, crushed. A certain outer sect examination disciple cried in misery. His vision began to blur, his body shuddered violently, both hands clutching his crotch, and tears containing thousands of indescribable emotions forming at the corner of his eyes. A man must have face no matter what, but you have now destroyed my face. I will never let this go in this life. ... Monkey steals peach. +5, +5. Ding, defeated lousy 2-bit disciple, experience +5. Ding, defeated lousy 2-bit disciple, experience +2. Ding, congratulations character leveled up. ... At this moment, Lin Fan was essentially like a wild demon, with both hands outstretched, bringing out the full potential of open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket, as if writing a whole new law regarding the cultivation of open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket. A surefire hit with each strike. No matter how one defended, one couldn't stop the godlike hands of Lin Fan from invading. Brothers, this wretched person uses such dirty moves. Even though we are members of a devil sect, we wouldn't stoop so low and attack like that. As the outer sect examination disciples began retreating one by one disciple who could be said to possess an unparalleled beauty began rallying his fellow brothers to unite and bring down Lin Fan. Like a weaving dragon, Lin Fan moved back and forth between the outer sect examination disciples, and this particular outer sect examination disciple acting so arrogant caught his attention. The pretty boy suddenly felt an invasive gaze lock firmly upon him, and his heart jolted with a bad feeling. When his eyes met with Lin Fan's, the pretty boy began cowering back in fear. If Lin Fan's attacks weren't aimed at that unspeakable spot, it would be fine even if he were defeated. His strength may not match against him, but at least he wouldn't be scared. But right now he was terrified. Seeing so many of his fellow brothers fall at the hands of this guy, especially the look of utter tragedy within their eyes, he understood it definitely hurt a lot. As the pretty boy saw the clenched hands of Lin Fan, a cold air began to rise, and his 2 legs began to involuntarily shudder. Monkey steals peach. No, November LBJNN. It hurts. The vision of the pretty boy blurred, as he lightly called out and immediately fell down while twitching. This scene of horrible misery made people unable to even look. ... When all the outer sect examination disciples fell upon the ground, Lin Fan also had no more peaches to steal. Name: Lin Fan. Level: 9 Precelestial stage waiting to be unlocked. Experience points: 0.001. Martial skills: open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket 5th level 3,010,000. Open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket 10th level 1,010,000. Lin Fan looked at his character data panel and nodded with satisfaction. Now that his level had risen to 9, he was an invincible being to the outer sect examination disciples in front of him. A number was floating above the forehead of all the outer sect examination disciples. Some had level 5, some level 6, some even level 8. None of these outer sect examination disciples had yet reached the Precelestial stage. Lin Fan had seen the attacks of Precelestial stage disciples before. Their attacks were nothing like those of these outer sect examination disciples. 3 days later was the outer sect examinations, and even though he didn't possess a competitive heart, he had to become an outer sect disciple. In the end, this place was too small for Lin Fan. If he wanted to become stronger, he would need an even bigger world. Lin Fan turned around and began to leave, but stopped after a few steps. I will come again tomorrow. ... Those who previously saw this despicable scumbag beginning to leave had started to slowly stand up, but upon hearing those words, their legs lost the strength, and once again collapsed on the ground. After what happened today, they no longer had the heart to fight with him again. Dirty, despicable, shameless, how could such a person appear in this world? Lin Fan sighed. What these outer sect examination disciples thought of him was something Lin Fan also understood in his heart. But how could this all be his fault? After all, he only knew the move open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket. There is a saying that describes this very well. One move to rule them all. Since he only knew one martial arts technique for now, there was no point in minding it. Also, Lin Fan discovered that body training arts were different from martial arts. When open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket rose to a certain level, it needed the help of stronger external forces to further upgrade it. But for martial arts, regardless of the opponent's strength, they all gave experience. Even though there was a difference between the amount strong and weak opponents gave, but no matter how weak or strong the opponent was, they all still gave some experience at least. Chapter 5. Leveling up like a rocket. Chapter 5. Leveling up like a rocket. Night. A modest-sized tile house, with the inside filled with people. Lin Fan's fight today left the group of punching bags completely speechless. They could only give Lin Fan a thumbs up, expressing their belief. Big bro, the move you used today, was it open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket. Xiao Luzi had stayed at the Saint Devil sect for quite a while, and he understood the matters that went on around here. Even though open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket was a martial arts technique passed down within his family, he understood that compared to the martial arts of the outer sect examination disciples, the difference in power was vast. Yep, Lin Fan nodded his head in affirmation. Amazing, I never thought that my family's technique was this powerful. But only Big Bro is able to bring out the full potential of its power. Xiao Luzi said excitedly. Lin Fan felt a bit embarrassed but didn't say anything. Big bro, 2 days later, the outer sect will begin their examinations. Are you thinking about entering? Xiao Luzi asked, his eyes filled with anticipation. Xiao Luzi, aren't you asking the unnecessary? Why wouldn't Big Bro enter? You think he really wants to stay stuck here with us for his entire life? That is true, Xiao Luzi nodded. Even though Lin Fan possessed a system, he had been in this world for about a year already. Although he wasn't overly familiar with it, he still knew that this world was very dangerous. Inside the sect, a mere punching bag like him usually wouldn't dare defy the outer sect examination disciples. He also understood that to a sect, talent was the most important. If one had the power, one could provoke anyone, but at one's own risk. If one were to just display a bit of talent and be killed by jealous sect members, then this sect wouldn't have been able to live very long and long ago self-destructed. Lin Fan had 2 ideas, one was to seriously raise his own power, and the second was to attract the attention of someone from the top and then leave this place. But Lin Fan came to one conclusion: the outer sect examination disciples' training grounds was a completely obsolete and inferior place inside the Saint Devil sect. What kind of top member would have nothing to do and come here? Therefore, he had to rely on himself. Since he obtained these golden fingers, if he didn't do something big, he would feel sorry for all his life. The next day, Lin Fan woke up early, made some food to fill his stomach, and then hurried on over to the training grounds. Now that he was at the 9th level, open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket was also at the 10th level, the experience he gained now would be slow. But no matter what, up to the day of the outer sect examination, he would get as strong as he could get. A light breeze passed across the training grounds. The cool breeze blew up a cloud of dust from the bricks, and a few leaves floated about in the air before finally landing on the ground. Silence, absolute silence. What is this situation? Lin Fan looks at the scene in front of him, completely dumbfounded. Where did all the people go? The previously fiery training grounds were now absolutely silent and completely empty. This. Lin Fan held his chin, looking helplessly in front of him. These outer sect examination disciples were far too brittle. All they did was lose some peaches. Is there any need to be this scared? Looks like there will be nothing for these next few days. I will have to completely rely on myself. Defeating others gave him experience, in which case defeating all those monsters and beasts outside should also net him experience. But if he were to hate, he could only hate himself for only being a mere punching bag in the Saint Devil sect, who didn't have the permissions to leave sect grounds. Otherwise, he would go outside and violently exterminate waves of monsters. At this moment, Lin Fan saw 2 people approaching from afar. Lin Fan's heart leapt with joy. Finally, people arrive. But his expression then immediately changed, which was because the number above the head of one of the people was 8th level Precelestial. This, looking towards the young boy standing next to the man in light robes, was the unparalleled pretty boy who he had mercilessly beaten yesterday. Lin Fan's heart jolted. Perhaps that guy didn't accept yesterday's results and brought along an expert for revenge. An 8th level Precelestial who was just 2 steps away from the post-celestial stage. What was a person like him doing in such an obsolete training ground? Furthermore, a person like him should definitely not be the kind of guy to have spare time to go around avenging others. Is this the one you were talking about? The man in light robes asked. Yes, senior brother, he is the person I was speaking of. The unparalleled pretty boy stood respectfully to the side, not daring to make any disrespectful movements. Even though his nemesis Lin Fan stood right in front of him, he dared not show the slightest bit of joy at the other party's misery. No, Lin Fan's heart pondered, this guy was not brought along as a helper. If he were brought along as a helper, the pretty boy would definitely not act like this. It seems there is some sort of unspeakable secret hidden here. The man in light robes looked at Lin Fan and slightly nodded his head. Suddenly Lin Fan felt an energy with the momentum of a wave surge forth. Pooh, Lin Fan only felt a tremendous blow on his chest, completely not knowing what happened. The blood inside of him rolled over as he spit out a chunk of blood. So strong, Lin Fan retreated dozens of steps, clutching his chest while half kneeling on the ground, looking at the man in front of him. Ding, experience plus 30,000. Ding, congratulations, open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket leveled up. Ding, congratulations, open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket leveled up. ... Lin Fan was surprised, only feeling how terrifying the attack was. Merely one move and it raised open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket by 2 levels. Not bad. A second level pre-celestial full force strike and only spitting out blood. It seems you have trained the open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket to a very high level. Come with me. The light-robed man nodded his head, his eyes flashing with extreme curiosity towards this punching bag that was able to train open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket to this level. Wait, Lin Fan soothed the blood flow within his body and looked towards the light-robed man. This was true strength. If one didn't possess strength, they would have to let others throw them on the chopping board and be diced. But for Lin Fan, this was a perfect opportunity, how could he let it escape? Whether it was on Earth or now, Lin Fan was a madman, a complete madman. If he didn't utilize all the benefits in front of him, he would never stop. The previous 5th level open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket endured after receiving the 2nd level pre-celestial full force strike and only caused him to spit some blood. Who knew what a 7th level open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket could do? Lin Fan knew the 8th level pre-celestial sect disciple in front of him most likely wanted him for something, so he definitely wouldn't kill him. But of course, Lin Fan wouldn't foolishly say, please come hit me, or similar, asking for a beating, type of words. You couldn't withstand the shame I put on you yesterday, so today you brought along a helper. Do you think you'll be scared by just this? Let me tell you something. I, Lin Fan, am not afraid of anything, I am completely not afraid of people seeking revenge upon me. As soon as he finished, Lin Fan rushed forward. Come and hit me. ... The light-robed man looked towards Lin Fan and gave a slight smile, amusing. Bam! He did not see the light-robed man make any movement, only feeling as if there was an invisible wall in front of him, as Lin Fan who rushed up was sent flying back. Lin Fan uncontrollably spat out blood again. Ding! Experience plus 2000. At this moment, Lin Fan was in utter ecstasy. Earlier, even when he let those outer sect examination disciples beat him freely, they merely gave a few points. Who would have thought this guy's one hit would increase his experience by so much? Nice. But not enough, your daddy here needs even more experience. HMPH, weak and powerless, this is the helper you brought along. Seems to me like nothing. Lin Fan rose up while saying. Stop it, you may not disrespect senior brother. The pretty boy's expression changed, and he immediately reprimanded. No matter what, it's a bit interesting for sure. Open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket level limit is 3, and even training it to the 3rd level can merely endure one 1st level pre-celestial full force strike. This is getting more and more interesting. So be it, let's see just how much you can withstand. The light-robed man gave a soft laugh. Chapter 6. Senior brother, one step at a time. Chapter 6. Senior brother, one step at a time. The unparalleled pretty boy standing next to the light-robed man was utterly stunned. How was it possible? How could this guy survive against that? You are the most impressive punching bag I have ever seen since I entered this sect. The light-robed man said while laughing softly, after which his expression immediately changed. His previous mildly gently expression now became immensely fierce. But, pure steel is easy to bend. Bam! Lin suffered another blow, as his body was sent flying and splatters of blood drifted through the air. Ding! Experience plus 3000. How refreshing. Lin Fan lied on the ground while feeling the experience increase, his heart almost bursting with excitement. The light-robed man looked towards the collapsed Lin Fan, and a slight smile appeared on his mouth. A half-powered strike of a third-level Precelestial, no matter how high his open double-angle bracket titanium-grade demon body close double-angle bracket is, unfortunately, it won't be able to block that. But don't worry, you will not die as I also held back. Go, pick him up and come with me. The unparalleled pretty boy looked towards the collapsed Lin Fan, gloating as he said with satisfaction. Courting death. The light-robed man turned around, preparing to leave. A talent capable of enduring a half-powered strike of a third-level Precelestial, he wondered if senior brother would be interested in recruiting him. The world contained numerous unusual people, to the point of being uncountable. The Saint Devil sect has existed for thousands of years. What kind of disciples had it never seen before? This punching bag cultivated just the open double-angle bracket titanium-grade demon body close double-angle bracket but managed to cultivate it to an even higher level. He undoubtedly was a talent, but this alone was not going to be enough. The light-robed man already saw through him. This punching bag hadn't even reached the Precelestial stage yet. In his eyes, he was merely a slightly special ant, nothing more than that. But at this moment, the light-robed man's expression abruptly changed to that of slight disbelief. Ah, not bad, not bad. That was stronger than the previous one, but it's still not enough. Lin Fan once again stood up, brushing his chest. It was quite painful, but these kind of formidable free experience-giving people were few. If I don't properly utilize this opportunity, in the future, I'll be full of regret of sure. You. The light-robed man looked at Lin Fan in dismay. What was up with this guy? How could it be like this? Lin Fan looked at the light-robed man, feeling a trace of vulnerability. This counted as exposing himself. Open double-angle bracket titanium-grade demon body close double-angle bracket had a total of 3 levels, and it was impossible to defend against an expert Precelestial strike. But he had now let this guy beat himself to raise the experience of open double-angle bracket titanium-grade demon body close double-angle bracket, which was also all to attain the power to defend himself. If he were to follow this light-robed man, who knew what would happen, whether he would end up dead or alive was uncertain. The punching bags were not yet official disciples of the sect, and no one would care about their life or death. So Lin Fan would have to struggle and take his own chances. Since other people didn't find him special, he would then prove it himself. Alright, let's just see how long you can endure. The light-robed man's momentum surged, as a full-force Precelestial strike slammed against Lin Fan's body. Ding, experience plus 4,000. Ding, congratulations open double-angle bracket titanium-grade demon body close double-angle bracket leveled up. Currently, Lin Fan was ecstatic to the point of flying. This level up was way too fast, enduring a few hits and the result was a level up. Moreover, this experience treasure trove even slowly raised his cultivation base, assisting his own efforts and allowing his experience to skyrocket. If the light-robed man had used the full power of an 8th-level Precelestial from the start, even if his open double-angle bracket titanium-grade demon body close double-angle bracket were at the 7th level, he would have immediately reduced to nothing. Seeing Lin Fan stand up once again, the light-robed man's previous calm demeanor was now steadily becoming furious. He felt a sense of shame, and even though he was withholding his cultivation base and this guy was beaten to the point of spitting blood, nonetheless, he repeatedly stood up again and again. It was actually becoming unbearable now. Alright then, I refuse to believe this superstition. The light-robed man flared up. Seeing the light-robed man flare up, Lin Fan felt even more delighted inside. Refusing to believe this superstition, that's right, wait until the end. Even if you don't believe, I will make you believe. Bam, Lin Fan was sent flying once again. Ding, experience plus 5,000. He stood up again. Bam, sent flying again. Ding, experience plus 6,000. Bam, ding, experience plus 6,000. Ding, congratulations open double-angle bracket titanium-grade demon body close double-angle bracket leveled up. ... Why can you still stand? The light-robed man was slowly unable to maintain his demeanor. Because of Lin Fan who stood up again and again, his confidence was now deeply shaken and his ego offended. The unparalleled pretty boy on the side was completely dumbfounded, standing there entirely motionless as if he had seen a ghost. Come, Lin Fan beckoned with his finger, not wanting to say anything more. Damn it, I refuse to believe. I also can't believe, so you have to prove it yourself. Lin Fan looked at the light-robed man and said comfortingly. Damn it, in that case, let's see how you stand against my full power. The light-robed man was also angered by Lin Fan. No matter what, he was just a young man in his 20s, so naturally he still possessed a bit of youthful arrogance. His years of training, at this moment, also disintegrated into a complete mess. Upon hearing the words, full power, Lin Fan immediately jolted and was slightly scared. Don't mess around. A full-powered strike of an 8th level Precelestial, that would utterly decimate me into pieces. Light-robed senior brother, no so fast. You were just at 3rd level Precelestial. Now should be 4th level Precelestial, one step at a time, you must not skip. Lin Fan shouted in a hurry. Lin Fan already had a plan in mind. If the other party still insisted upon using full strength, he would definitely kneel down and admit defeat. He couldn't be reduced to a dog just like that. Alright, a half-powered strike of a 4th level Precelestial. Let's see how you defend against that. The light-robed man roared and his body twisted. From the start to the moment of attack, Lin Fan didn't realize just how the light-robed man carried out the move. Fast, it's too fast. Bam, Lin Fan was sent flying again. This time, Lin Fan was not immersed in the euphoric feeling of his ever-increasing experience but was instead thinking about a problem. It seemed there was a need for him to re-evaluate the disciples of the Saint Devil sect, and this piece of intelligence was a bit moving. At this point, Lin Fan looked towards the light-robed man and couldn't help but feel a bit of love. Of course, this was an appreciative type of love. If more talents like him were to appear, in the future, what was there to worry about? Ding, experience plus 7,000. Good, senior brother's strike made my blood circulation flip, throwing up a pot of blood, but it's not enough, again. Lin Fan wiped his mouth as if he were merely just eating and then refusing to pay. Damn it, how can you still stand? I will let you experience my full power. The light-robed man's long black hair flowed along with the wind. No, light-robed senior brother, you just used a half-powered strike of a 4th level Precelestial. Now should be its full-forced strike. One step at a time, slowly. You must not go back on your word. Lin Fan shouted. All right. Hearing this, Lin Fan secretly wiped his tear. How touching. Ding, experience plus 8,000. Ding, congratulations, open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket leveled up. Ding, experience plus 9,000. Ding, experience plus 10,000. Ding, congratulations, open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket leveled up. Ding, congratulations, open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket leveled up. Ding, congratulations, open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket leveled up. 4th level Precelestial stage half-powered strike. 4th level Precelestial stage full-forced strike. 5th level Precelestial stage. 6th level Precelestial stage. By this time, the unparalleled pretty boy was long on the ground with white foam frothing from his mouth, his entire body twitching. Impossible, this is completely possible. But at this time, the light-robed man had his black hair a mess, his 2 eyes completely red and his expression brutal. Ah, why can you still stand? The light-robed man's demeanor had collapsed entirely, one strike after another raining down upon Lin Fan's body. Ding, experience plus 1,000. Ding, experience plus 1,000. Lin Fan sighed and looked at his character data. Name, Lin Fan. Level, 9 Precelestial stage waiting to be unlocked. Experience points, 0.001. Martial skills, open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket 18th level, 0.1 millionths. Open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket 10th level, 1,010,000ths. Lin Fan felt that he went a bit too far, really too far. The light-robed senior brother had long used the full power of his 8th level Precelestial stage, but the current Lin Fan was entirely immune to it. Seeing the light-robed senior brother crazily beat him, Lin Fan could only endure the attacks and wait for after his heart to resign and him to quiet down. Chapter 7. Senior brother, you are a gracious person. Chapter 7. Senior brother, you are a gracious person. Why, can you still stand? I, Ni Mingyang, entered the sect at age 4. For the past 18 years, day and night, with non-stop training, I finally attained the 8th level Precelestial stage, becoming an outer sect disciple. Why can't I defeat a mere disciple that hasn't even yet reached Precelestial stage? Why? Lin Fan watched as 2 teardrops rolled down from the corner of Ni Mingyang's eyes, his heart unable to bear the complete result. He seemed to have left a profound impact upon Ni Mingyang. Even though Saint Devil sect was a devil sect, but in his year here, Lin Fan had never seen those type of cruel things happen before. Even though punching bags would die time to time, it couldn't be blamed upon others. Since they became a punching bag, they must have had this kind of determination. Lin Fan sighed again, as his hand rested on the shoulder of Ni Mingyang. Senior brother Ni, don't say anything, I can endure. When a genius appears, a person like me who can only use my sweat and tears to replace pure talent cannot stand against him. Ni Mingyang wiped his tears while saying. This kind of thing for anyone would be like a bolt out of the blue. No, senior brother Ni, I just wanted to say one thing. I was just hoping you wouldn't get too mad. Lin Fan looked at Ni Mingyang while saying, in Lin Fan's eyes, Ni Mingyang was actually not that bad. If he had known this person was not so bad, he wouldn't have gone so far. After all, being knocked down to the ground was not a big deal. But now saying anything was too late. From now on, you and I are brothers of the same sect, no need to be so distant. Those so-called righteous path sects, although they demonize our devil sects, if you continue on you'll discover that our devil sects value friendship much more compared to those so-called righteous path sects. Ni Mingyang said with emotion. Alright, senior brother Ni's words are very gracious, to the point that this junior brother is moved. In that case, please excuse me. Lin Fan was moved to tears upon hearing this. This is exactly what a sect should be like. What was this about cheating amongst each other, about one's cultivation base being stronger than others and therefore others must die, as depicted in novels? They were all complete lies. I am gracious, so even if you offend me, I will not get mad. When I bring you to see senior brother and initiate you into the sect, you will also be considered my junior brother. Ni Mingyang stood tall and prideful looking at Lin Fan with an atmosphere a senior brother should have, like a wave surging forth towards Lin Fan. Alright, with senior brother Ni's words, I also feel at ease. Lin Fan's expression was full of joy. No worries. Ni Mingyang smiled and waved his hand dismissively. With these words of self-comforting, the almost collapsing heart had now turned over rapidly. But at this moment, the world changed. Ni Mingyang suddenly realized that even though the sun in the sky was ever so shining brightly, in front of his eyes was pitch darkness, unable to see anything. Only a single phrase traveled to his ear. Open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket. ... That moment, at an extremely fast speed, the 10th level open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket was instantly activated by Lin Fan. At that moment, between heaven and earth, it seemed as if no peach could withstand against Lin Fan's pair of demon hands. The action, fast and straightforward. Bent over, reached out and grabbed the peach. Ah! At that moment, an unbeatable powerful sound wave traveled forth. This sound wave contained immense strength and power, making it an unstoppable power. This sudden roar was from the mouth of senior brother Ni. At the moment, Ni Mingyang's face had turned pale, his trembling hands clutching his crotch while he was collapsed on the ground and foaming at the mouth. Lin Fan looked towards Ni Mingyang, his heart feeling even more guilty. But whatever the case might be, since he already made senior brother Ni experience a blow, another blow should be no significant matter. Ding! Open double angle bracket. Monkey steals peach plus 200 feet. Ding! Congratulations on defeating 8th level Precelestial stage Ni Mingyang, experience plus 20,000. Ding! Congratulations leveled up. Ding! Congratulations leveled up. Ding! Congratulations on unlocking Precelestial, entering the Precelestial stage. ... At this moment Lin Fan's heart was full of joy. He finally ranked up to the Precelestial stage. Name: Lin Fan. Level: 11th second level Precelestial stage. Experience points: 0.50,000. Martial skills: open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket 18th level 0.1 millionths. Open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket 10th level 1,210,000. Lin laughed crazily. Who knew that with the temporary sacrifice of senior brother Ni, he would gain such an immense amount of experience, such utter bliss. ... Currently, the Ni Mingyang that was collapsed on the ground with one hand clutching his crotch and one hand pointing at Lin Fan, had an enraged expression, as if he were about to get up and fight Lin Fan to death. Gracious, senior brother Ni, you are a very gracious person. This junior brother of yours just merely wanted to experiment a little. Lin Fan innocently said. Ni Mingyang even had the desire to die right now. He stood up with incredible difficulty, the peach below in a tremendous, indescribable pain that made his teeth chatter. Gracious, your senior brother is a very gracious person. Junior brother is still young and playful, your senior brother understands. Ni Mingyang recovered with great effort. If any other area of his body had received any other kinds of massive injuries, Ni Mingyong would have definitely not been in the state he was right now. But that area was a weak point for men. Receiving such a severe blow and still being able to stand was also because of his deep cultivation base. I just knew senior brother is a very gracious person, Lin Fan said while smiling. All right then, come with me. Ni Mingyong swore to the heavens that after this business was finished, he would never ever meet with this guy again. Dangerous, it was far too dangerous. Senior brother, where are we going? Lin Fan could tell that Ni Mingyong was not a treacherous kind of person, so he directly asked. I will bring you to see senior brother Meng. After that, senior brother Meng will recommend you and let you become an outer sect disciple. Ni Mingyong frowned slightly as if the pain in his eggs had still not disappeared. Huh, Lin Fan jolted with a bit of disbelief, he wasn't here to harm him. Ni Mingyong saw Lin Fan's expression, and lightly said afterward, did you think that I was here to harm you? No, Lin Fan said hastily, these novels are going to get me killed. Ni Mingyong obviously didn't believe what Lin Fan said, those types of treacherous actions are rarely seen inside the Saint Devil sect. The Saint Devil sect has experienced prosperity and failure since its creation, understanding that infighting will always be an utter disaster for a sect. I understand it, senior brother Ni. But technically, I could just participate in the outer sect examination in 2 days. Lin Fan said. You're a genius. When he reported it, senior brother Meng didn't believe it, and neither did I. But now, I am even further convinced that you're a genius, and any genius is considered a valuable member of a sect. That's why those type of time-wasting exams are merely an ordinary person's threshold. Ni Mingyong said. Lin Fan nodded his head, the initially oppressive atmosphere at this moment had completely vanished. Senior brother Ni, then what is our threshold? Lin Fan asked. Ni Mingyong looked at Lin Fan, then murmured, entering the precelestial stage is 1 step, post-celestial is a small step while paracelestial is an even bigger step. For a sect, out of thousands of people, if even one is able to achieve the paracelestial stage, it is a joyous occasion. In the future, you will begin to understand. It's getting late, senior brother Meng likely cannot wait any longer. What about him? Lin Fan pointed towards the collapsed pretty boy. He has merits for recommending a talent, so I will reward him in the future. Come, Ni Mingyong said. Lin Fan heard this and was startled, seriously, so in the end, I was merely a treat. Forget it. Seeing Ni Mingyong's smiling expression, it seemed as if he would also get a reward. The previous guilt in his heart had completely vanished at this point. And if he were to enter the outer sect, in the future. He. At this moment, Lin Fan smiled perversely. Chapter 8. The Pig Roaming in the Beginner's Zone. Chapter 8. The Pig Roaming in the Beginner's Zone. Along the way, Lin Fan conversed with Ni Mingyong and gathered quite a bit of information. At the same time, he began to recognize the Saint Devil sect system. Genius, that was the critical point that needed to be raised. In the Saint Devil sect, the outer sect examination disciples were divided into 9 major sites. The area Lin Fan was in was merely a small portion of one of those sites, and this small fraction alone contained hundreds of people. An overall estimation would likely end up with a terrifying number. The Saint Devil sect, in order to discover those hidden geniuses within the sect, enforced a reward system for identifying and reporting a genius. Senior brother Ni, what kind of person is senior brother Meng? Do you think he will like a genius like myself? Lin Fan asked while cackling. Ni Mingyong, who was walking in front, stopped suddenly. Lin Fan watched Ni Mingyong, wondering what kind of result this would bring. Junior brother Lin, senior brother Meng is a solemn person. You must not be disrespectful in front of senior brother Meng. Be sure to keep that in mind. Ni Mingyong said seriously. He was afraid that this innocently playful junior brother might act out of line in front of senior brother Meng. Understood. Lin Fan nodded his head, a bit curious towards this so-called senior brother Meng, one of the outer sect's top 10 geniuses. To be within the top 10 among the thousands of outer sect disciples, he most likely was a very powerful person. While walking, Lin Fan entered the Grand Garden. Since the time he became a punching bag, Lin Fan had never been anywhere else. So naturally, he didn't know how big the Saint Devil sect was. Thus, the sight in front of him brought Lin Fan into an entirely new world. We have arrived. This is where senior brother Meng resides. Lin Fan looked at the house in front of him, his heart yearning, one day, I will also possess all of this. Enter, and remember, don't be disrespectful. Ni Mingyong cautioned again. Okay, I understand senior brother Ni. Lin Fan nodded his head. Towards senior brother Ni, Lin Fan still had a desire to get closer to him. even though he would occasionally act tough, but the intelligence and compassion was still very touching. Within the pearly white walls of the garden, the surrounding green willows, and the adorning mountain rocks gave off an impression of magnificence and elegance. So this is the place one of the outer sect's top 10 geniuses resides in. It truly is desirable. Senior Brother Meng, Ni Mingyang stood outside the house and respectfully greeted. Enter. A faint voice came from inside the house, at which point Lin Fan became a bit nervous. Hearing the voice alone, he could sense the toughness which was quite high. Lin Fan followed behind Ni Mingyang and entered inside. The insides of the house emitted a sense of antiquity, like a place where a scholar would reside. For a devil sect, this kind of place was a bit incongruous. Is this the genius mentioned by the underling? Meng Yongchang closed the ancient book within his hands, and then carefully observed Lin Fan. Lin Fan also stared directly at this so-called outer sect's top 10 geniuses. Sure enough, a dragon amongst men. As a man, Lin Fan also felt some envious hate. What was up with this world? How could there be so many men that possessed such devilish beauty? And the so-called senior brother Meng in front of him, even with his devilish beauty, he didn't possess a sense of overwhelming superiority but instead gave off an indescribable feeling. In more modern terms, an elegant indifference, difficult to speak with, definitely difficult to speak with. And when Lin Fan took a look at the level, he was instantly convinced. 6th level Paracelestial, November LBJNN. Seriously, with a cultivation base that high and still lying around among the outer sect disciples, this is insane. Breaking through to post-celestial would allow one to become an inner sect disciple. Upon entering the paracelestial stage, they could become a core disciple and even compete for the position of sect head. The weaker ones could still become sect elders or the likes. This is essentially just a max-level pig who is stubbornly refusing to leave the beginner's zone. Of course, this thought was kept inside Lin Fan's heart. Even though his open double-angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double-angle bracket had reached the 18th level, when Lin Fan thought about it, perhaps even with a mere breath of the other party would reduce him to nothing. You're Lin Fan? Meng Yongchang asked. Yes. Lin Fan silently but non-submissively nodded his head. Even though your cultivation base is quite high, but no matter what, I am someone who possesses the ultimate system. I cannot lose face. Senior Brother Meng, the cultivation of Junior Brother Lin's open double-angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double-angle bracket is really high, it can even withstand my full-powered strike. He is a rare talent for sure. Ni Mingyang said excitedly. Oh, Senior Brother Meng's gentle expression slightly changed. Lin Fan suddenly felt as if his whole being was completely exposed in front of Senior Brother Meng. Lin Fan felt a bit awkward. The cultivation base of Senior Brother Meng is quite high. How is his style like this? Not long after that, this kind of feeling disappeared. Not bad, not bad. He is definitely unusual. Open double-angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double-angle bracket is Saint Devil Sect's lowest body training technique. To be able to train it to that level is also an incredible qualification. But your cultivation base is rather low, so you need to work harder. Meng Yongchang's expression was calm, but felt quite shocked on the inside, with a strong feeling of disbelief. But how could an expert like him reveal a shocked expression in front of the juniors? I thank Senior Brother Meng for the advice. Lin Fan said. Tomorrow morning, take him to Elder Li's place for initiation. Meng Yongchang said. Yes. Ni Mingyang nodded his head and prepared to leave. Tomorrow morning, Senior Brother, for the inner sect exams in 3 months, you should work hard, set aside your other businesses and give it a try. Meng Yongchang said. Senior Brother, wherever you go, I will also be there, Ni Mingyang said with a firm expression. Lin Fan, who stood to the side, silently looked towards the two people and pondered, does Ni Mingyang perhaps like men? TCH. I don't want to think about it, I don't want to think about it. Ha, go, Meng Yongchang sighed. Yes. Outside. Along the way, Ni Mingyang didn't say a single word, and Lin Fan became a bit bored. What's the cultivation base of Senior Brother Meng? Lin Fan pretended to be clueless and asked. After all, for a 6th level paracelestial to stay in the outer sect, it was quite weird. 3rd level post-celestial, Ni Mingyang replied. Lin Fan nodded his head. As expected, there is something up, even hiding the cultivation base and not letting others know. Was Meng Yongchang perhaps actually a tiger pretending to be a pig type of big shot? Senior Brother Meng told you to enter the inner sect exams, why won't you go? People strive to aim higher. Do you want to stay in the outer sect for the rest of your life? Lin Fan asked. You don't understand. Ni Mingyong didn't say anything more. Hearing this, Lin Fan instantly exploded in his mind. Seriously, I don't understand. You don't even bother to explain the situation and just say I don't understand. Whatever, just whatever. I am not a gossiping type of person, who cares if there is some kind of relationship or something between you two, it has nothing to do with me. But it really is intriguing. Lin Fan really wanted to open Ni Mingyong's head and carefully investigate what exactly was going on, to the point of him being ready to cast aside his chance for promotion and riches. But upon seeing Ni Mingyong's current deadpan expression, Lin Fan didn't bother to pursue the matter. Chapter 9. You're truly a peerless genius that only appears once every thousands of years. Chapter 9. You're truly a peerless genius that only appears once every thousands of years. Talent Registration Hall. Lin Fan stood underneath the hall's nameplate, lost in thought. This name. Dominating, perfectly exhibiting the high-end caliber of a genius, it seemed no matter where one was, talent would always be a high-demand commodity. Junior brother, let's go in. Ni Mingyong's attitude towards Lin Fan was very friendly, not containing any trace of urgency. The key point was that having a bad attitude just wouldn't do. After all, Ni Mingyong's eggs felt quite painful even now. This junior brother's attack is a bit sinister. It seems there is a need to report this incident to senior brother Meng. Yes, yes. Lin Fan returned to himself and nodded while following Ni Mingyong inside. Along the way here, Lin Fan realized that the Saint Devil sect was indeed a big sect. The size was rather too huge, to the point that one could get lost in it. Outer sect disciple, Ni Mingyong, recommending a talent, seeking an audience with Elder Li. Ni Mingyong said while standing respectfully outside the entrance. Understood. At this time, a faint voice sounded from within the dark hall. This voice sounded a bit scary and cold, making one feel a chill deep down in the bones. Even the fearless Lin Fan involuntarily shuddered. Senior brother Ni, how is the voice of Elder Li this petrifying? Lin secretly asked. Shish, be cautious, junior brother. Remember, in a moment, when you see Elder Li, absolutely don't panic, understand? Ni Mingyong suddenly remembered something and was a bit regretful for not telling Lin Fan earlier. But now that they were already standing outside the hall, he couldn't really explain in detail either. Panic? What's there about panicking? Lin Fan was surprised for a moment and didn't quite understand. Was it possible this Elder Li was a man-eating tiger? But even so, Lin Fan was not scared. If it came down to it, one open double-angle bracket monkey steel's peach close double-angle bracket should do. Shish, quiet, Elder Li has arrived. Ni Mingyong's expression slightly changed while he respectfully stood there. Lin Fan secretly glanced towards the person walking out from the darkness. Dressed in black robes, the figure was a bit burly. At this moment, as a ray of sunlight shone on the face of Elder Li, Lin Fan's expression suddenly changed. His eyes were shimmering with disbelief while at the same time reflecting a bit of fear. This, how could a human look like this? Half a human face, half a skeleton, such that one could even see the pulsing brain inside. Incredibly terrifying, it really was incredibly terrifying. Remembering Ni Mingyong's words, Lin Fan lowered his head, no longer observing Elder Li. Even if Lin Fan was open-minded, he had never faced this kind of situation before. If it weren't for Ni Mingyong's previous warning, Lin Fan would have likely shouted out, a ghost. Elder Li, this is Lin Fan. His open double-angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double-angle bracket has been cultivated to a very high level, and can even defend against my 8th level Precelestial full-powered strike. Ni Mingyong introduced in detail. The Talent Registration Hall was the Saint Devil Sect's foundation point. Countless talented disciples had been required to register with it, and from then tremendous investments allowed it to further develop. Earlier when the Talent Registration Hall was first created, the sect was highly attentive to the genius disciples, but as time went on, the number of geniuses continued to grow more and more. So the sect obviously couldn't provide an indefinite amount of resources, and thus even though the current Talent Registration Hall still received quite a lot of resources, it wasn't as crazy as it used to be. Oh, is that so? Then I would like to see. With this, Elder Li showed a hint of interest. Lin Fan stood there, and his weak body gave a sudden shudder. My god, don't get so close to me. Lin Fan slightly raised his head, and his vision met with the flaring green of Elder Li's eyes and the half-skeleton face. Are you scared of my face? Elder Li smiled while observing the rather new midget sect member. Even though Lin Fan's expression was a bit disrespectful, Elder Li was not angry. No, don't joke around, I'll really be a complete idiot if I were to speak the truth now. But this Elder Lee's face really is rather bone-chilling. You cannot blame the ignorant. In your path, you will meet people even scarier than me. Elder Lee ridiculed and then rested one hand on Lin Fan's shoulder. Lin Fan immediately felt a stream of energy flow throughout his body, as if it were searching for something. Lin Fan was close to tears at this point. Being infiltrated by people twice in one day, you all will never obtain my virginity. Then, something that made Lin Fan even more panicked happened. The previous calm flaring green of Elder Lee's eyes suddenly began jumping and shining with much greater intensity than before, while staring at Lin Fan to the point of giving him goosebumps. My God, what are these people? Their stares make me feel so awkward. Penetrating, this glare has too much penetration power. Genius. Elder Lee excitedly grabbed Lin Fan, peerless genius. To cultivate open double-angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double-angle bracket to such a level, a peerless genius that only appears once every thousands of years. Ni Mingyang, who had been standing there respectfully the whole time, had previously just been thinking about how Elder Lee was really talkative today. But upon hearing Elder Lee's first words, the corner of his mouth revealed a slight smile. Junior brother is naturally a genius. Otherwise he wouldn't have been recommended here. But when he heard the words that followed, Ni Mingyang was stunned. Peerless genius. Furthermore, a peerless genius that only appears once every thousands of years. Upon hearing those words of Elder Lee, the already wide eyes of the fidgety Lin Fan became even wider. Haha, genius, peerless genius, a peerless genius that only appears once every thousands of years. Elder Lee, a peerless genius like myself that only appears once every thousands of years most definitely will receive the full protection of everyone in the entire sect, right? Am I going to become the personal disciple of the sect head and receive personal guidance? Lin Fan was ecstatic at this point towards the Saint Devil sect that treasured geniuses so dearly. A peerless genius that only appears every thousands of years like myself, won't I be treasured to the utmost? The various kinds of tremendous sect resources, on top of his own system, wouldn't that mean his days of becoming an invincible god are drawing near? Haha, as he continually thought about it, Lin Fan became thrilled. Who would have thought that in this world, yours truly would be able to dine in such riches? The heavens are quite kind towards me. At this point, the previously excited Elder Lee suddenly calmed down. Alright, not bad, come collect your outer sect necessities. Ni Mingyang, this is your reward for recommending a talent. Afterward, bring this newly initiated junior brother to the assigned residence and explain the Saint Devil sect's commandments to him. Elder Lee regained his calm and said. Yes, Elder Lee. Ni Mingyang respectfully received the reward and nodded. Huh. At this moment, a basin of ice-cold water poured over Lin Fan from head to toe, fully awakening him. Elder Lee, but I am a peerless genius that only appears once every thousands of years, is this the only treatment I get? Lin Fan was frustrated, was the previously excited expression just a lie? I was already prepared to meet the sect head, how did it become like this? All things start from scratch, one step at a time. One must not be too hasty. With these words, Elder Lee's figure gradually disappeared into the darkness of the hall. FCK. Lin Fan was completely frustrated at this point, this shouldn't be how things go. The peerless geniuses in novels, if they weren't hacked to death by people, then they would be cradled like a treasure by them. A peerless genius that only appears every thousands of years, and this is the treatment I get. The heavens and great earth, give me an explanation. Chapter 10. Senior brother, please wait. Chapter 10. Senior brother, please wait. Senior brother Ni, did we come to the wrong place? Lin Fan looked towards the incredibly simple building in front of him, then thought about senior brother Meng's residence. The difference was on an entirely different level. No, it's not wrong, the residences of the outer sect disciples are all located here. Ni Mingyang said while smiling, junior brother, work and train hard, do not fall behind. But then again, you're a genius, so you definitely will succeed. Thank you senior brother Ni. Lin Fan nodded. Senior brother Ni, how come this residence is so different from senior brother Meng's? Junior brother, senior brother Meng is one of sect's top 10 genius disciples, so of course the treatment will be a bit different. But as long as junior brother works hard in the future, you most definitely will also receive the same treatment as senior brother Meng. Ni Mingyang comforted. Lin Fan looked towards Ni Mingyang and nodded his head, aren't you stating the plain obvious? With the power of yours truly, with just a little bit of effort, even the sect's top 10 genius disciples will become my experienced treasure trove. But for now let's just lay low and go about this slowly, one step at a time. Senior brother Meng, how many outer sect disciples are there in total? Lin Fan inquired. 8,888 people. Ni Mingyong said. Upon hearing this, Lin Fan's heart leapt with joy. More than 8,000 people, it seems after playing around here a bit and obtaining some more experience, securely achieving post-celestial stage is merely child's play. Junior brother, what are you smiling about? Ni Mingyong, seeing Lin Fan smiling alone, asked in confusion. No, I am not smiling, senior brother. I am feeling tired, so I wanted to go rest up. At the moment, Lin Fan wanted to investigate the surroundings, take appropriate measures, and prepare to catch a big one. Alright, then take a good rest, junior brother, your senior brother will take his leave now. Ni Mingyong said. Goodbye, senior brother, I will come see you in a few days. Lin Fan said while waving his hand. Ni Mingyong, who was preparing to leave, turned white in fear and quickened his pace upon hearing these words. No good, I must move when I return home. If this guy comes to see me, it definitely will be for no good reason. Back inside the house, Lin Fan opened the items he had collected. Medicinal pills contained inside a white bottle, a light-colored long robe, a pair of shoes, a sword, an iron emblem, and a not-too-thick manual, and that was it. Just these many items. Lin Fan sighed, feeling that the sect was a bit stingy. Lin Fan then dumped out a medicinal pill from inside the white bottle. The pill was white, the size of a soybean. Ding! Discovered, circulation pill. Effects. Ingestion by ordinary people will increase inner energy circulation flow, strengthening the body, refining the internal organs, can only take one per day. Ingestion increase. Experience plus 100. Lin Fan counted, a total of 30 pills. It seems these are given on a monthly basis. Lin Fan directly poured out all the medicinal pills and stuffed them into his mouth, gulping them all down at once. Ding! Experience plus 3000. It seems that ingesting medicine will also be a good way to level up in the future, he thought. But for now, he was unfamiliar with this area, and hence there was a need to investigate it thoroughly. Afterward, Lin Fan picked up the distributed sect clothing and felt it with his hands. Not bad, not bad, the material is rather reliable, very smooth. But what's up with this? Why is there a split on the left and right? Is this perhaps a cheongsam? And it was also liftable from the back, saving the trouble of having to undress. At this moment, Lin Fan couldn't help but become rather sinister. Then Lin Fan picked up the sword, testing it out in both hands. It was merely an ordinary sword, quite useless, so he directly threw it aside. Ding! Discovered open double angle bracket Saint Devil secret manual close double angle bracket. Learn. At that moment, inside a variety of information appeared inside Lin Fan's head which he didn't previously know. Not bad, not bad. The next day, training field. The outer sect examination disciples came to the training field one after another. At the same time, the faces of the outer sect examination disciples revealed a blissfully happy smile, as if something joyous had occurred. Hey, senior brother is smart, managing to get rid of that monster. We won't be bullied by him from now. Standing in the middle of the crowd, the unparalleled pretty boy smiled confidently, a mere trivial matter. Clever senior brother. Senior brother is a brilliant person, his brain is better than anyone else's. The surrounding outer sect examination disciples gathered around the unparalleled pretty boy, dousing him in flattery. The pretty boy was also enjoying this current situation and was smiling as bright as a sunflower. In the early morning, Lin Fan hurriedly got up. He couldn't allow his daily plans to be delayed from something like sleeping in. Since he had entered the outer sect, he needed to properly utilize the current resources. Those outer sect disciples are all innocent little lambs that have not been harmed yet. Each one of them is softly calling out, just waiting for yours truly to invade. Lin Fan wore the lightly colored long robes of the outer sect disciples, tied the emblem to his waist, and walked towards the outside. Now, he needed to find the area where the outer sect disciples were training. But when Lin Fan arrived at the place, he was instantly confused. What's this situation? Where did all the outer sect disciples run off to? How was the huge outer sect disciple training field this empty? There were only a few people, easily countable. This was completely different than what Lin Fan had in mind. Under normal circumstances, this outer sect training field should be packed full of people, each one training their hardest. What's up with this current situation? Is it possible that yours truly might need to return over to where the outer sect examination disciples are? Those guys can't even provide much experience anymore, low enough to just completely disregard them. Heavens and earth, is it possible you just want me to decay away like this? I want to train, I want to level up. Lin Fan said nothing and directly stopped one person. Senior brother, may I ask why there is barely anyone on this training field? Lin Fan asked in a friendly manner. The expression of the person stopped by Lin Fan didn't look too good. Carefully looking at Lin Fan and seeing the emblem on his waist, he then asked, "Are you a new outer sect disciple?" "Yes," Lin Fan replied while nodding. The outer sect training field usually doesn't have many people. The vast majority of brothers typically train at their own quarters. The dragon-sleeved senior brother lightly replied, seeing that the attitude of this junior brother was quite nice. "I see," Lin Fan nodded, "but this is quite troublesome. They all train within their own quarters, just what method should he use to lure those guys out? It seems there is a need to think about it and make a plan." But, for now, Lin Fan had a crucial matter that he needed to take care of. "Senior brother, may I ask how you are viewed upon amongst the outer sect disciples?" Lin Fan curiously asked. "Respected by everyone," the dragon-sleeved senior brother raised his head while proudly saying. Lin Fan looked at the other party, he had a bit of swag, so it was likely true. "May I ask for senior brother's name?" Lin Fan asked humbly. Han Lu. Even though senior brother Han didn't understand why this outer sect junior brother asked this, he still decided to reply to the other party. "Senior brother Han, how do you see me?" Lin Fan asked. Han Lu looked at Lin Fan in confusion, his heart asking thousands of questions. Just what did this junior brother want? He was currently heading over to Elder Chuangong to borrow a manual. If he ended up missing the time, he'd be deeply regretful. "This is the first time I met junior brother, so it's hard to say. If there is anything else junior brother needs, let's talk next time. Since your senior brother has business he needs to attend to, I must leave now," Han Lu hurriedly said, as if he didn't want to talk anymore with Lin Fan. "Alright, senior brother, take care," Lin Fan said while smiling. Han Lu nodded and then turned around leaving. "Senior brother, please wait." Lin Fan spoke up suddenly at this moment. "What?" Han Lu turned around in doubt. But the instant he turned around, Lin Fan immediately moved. Monkey steals peach. Chapter 11. Not conceding, so just do it. Chapter 11. Not conceding, so just do it. A cool breeze blew across, blowing away all the filth from the heaven and earth. On the outer sect training field, a person lied on the ground while constantly twitching, as if he had suffered some kind of heavy injury. Lin Fan returned in high spirits. Although the outer sect training field was rather disappointing, this time's results were not that bad. He stole one peach. The experience didn't increase by much, but his mood was very cheerful. Monkey steals peach. Experience increased by 200. Character experience points increased by 3000. Senior brother Han, I hope you will hate me and call a bunch of backups to mercilessly humiliate me and ravage me. This junior brother will cleanse himself and await you. Upon entering the outer sect, Lin Fan was determined to go all out to level up. After all, if his cultivation base were lower than others, he would not be able to achieve anything. So, no matter, he must be full of swag upon finishing his training. Returning back to his quarters, Lin Fan lied down on his bed, pondering about the outer sect. No matter what, he had to invoke everyone's wrath. Only then would he have a chance. But, everybody was training within their own quarters. So, just figuring out what kind of method he should use to turn things around was already painstaking enough. Titanium grade demon body. Monkey steals peach. Just what are your level limits? Lin Fan looked up at the ceiling and gradually slipped into his thoughts. The time slowly passed by with each second and minute. Lin Fan, who was deep in thought, suddenly sat up. That's right, how could I have forgotten something so important? Monkey steals peach, and titanium grade demon body, are completely complementary. If I can steal other people's peaches, then I can also steal my own peach. Lin Fan looked down towards his pretty well-developed brother, then looked at his own hand, his inner heart in great turmoil. If this experiment were to succeed, then it really would mean walking down a dark path from then on. No. At this moment Lin Fan remembered the pain his fellow junior and senior brothers were in when they had their peaches stolen by him, and resisted the impulse in his heart. My eggs can only be rubbed, not stolen. At this point, while Lin Fan was still in the middle of this dilemma, far away inside another room, Han Lu's teeth were chattering as he sat down completely powerlessly. Lin Fan, I will never forgive you. Han Lu's eyes looked like they were about to spew fire. To attack for completely no reason, and the place he attacked was that area, no man could withstand that. Han Lu's cultivation base was at 4th level Precelestial. But no matter how much he trained, he wouldn't be able to train that area to the level of an impregnable fortress. Lin Fan's cultivation base was much lower than Han Lu's, but the technique, Monkey Steals Peach, was cultivated to an unstoppable level. Han Lu clenched his legs and gingerly stood up, then proceeded over to the doorway and looked around outside. After confirming that there were no people, he settled down. A white jade bottle appeared in his hands. 2 years ago, when Han Lu came to the Saint Devil sect seeking a master, he inadvertently managed to obtain this thing. But, when he first obtained this white jade bottle, Han Lu still didn't know how to use it. Fortunately, this white jade bottle could be hidden within the body, making it undetectable to anyone. But within this half a year, this white jade bottle suddenly appeared again and a signal came from within it. Han Lu then learned that the white jade bottle's name was called Holy Jade Bottle, and at the same time, another signal told him that this holy jade bottle was the personal item of someone called Guanyin Bodhisattva, the pinnacle of mercy, compassion, kindness and love, and world suffrage. Han Lu tried to gather information about this name, but was never able to find out about this person. This holy jade bottle would conceive a drop of water each day, called the dew of the gods, consuming which would result in a wondrous effect. Not only could it increase one's cultivation base, but it also could cure any sickness or disease. The reason why Han Lu was able to go from immortal to 4th level precelestial in merely half a year was entirely because of this. Han Lu then took out a manual he borrowed from Elder Chuan Gong, which contained the technique, Reigning Fist of Vastness, and flipped open to the first page, reading the incantations and diligently remembering them. In the past, Han Lu's memory was not that good. But after consuming the dew of the gods, not only did his memory become stronger, his comprehension also increased drastically. It could even be said to have reached the caliber of a sex genius. Han Lu treasured this holy jade bottle a lot. Unfortunately, this holy jade bottle was damaged, which he found to be very regrettable. Although damaged, the holy jade bottle was still very powerful. So, if it were in completely good shape, just what would it be like? This was something Han Lu anticipated very much. He didn't think of anything anymore, and carefully swallowed a single dew of the gods into his stomach. Suddenly a warm heat flowed throughout his body. Han Lu immediately got into the lotus position and meditated on the incantation of Reigning Fist of Vastness. Just cultivating the Reigning Fist of Vastness to a small stage would allow him to break through to the 5th level precelestial stage. Today's revenge will be remembered and returned on another day. Lin Fan, I will remember you. Achu. Lin Fan, who was still in a fierce inner struggle with himself, inadvertently sneezed, as another guy saying bad stuff behind my back. Lin Fan rubbed his nose while wondering. At this point, Lin Fan was still in a dilemma, even though he previously had already decided that he would never steal his own peach. But what if it really did succeed, then what? Such an easy training method, I can't just give it up. Lin Fan paced back and forth, unable to decide. Screw it, what's the use of thinking about it so much? A person must die with dignity, so might as well make a gamble, to become invincible, for a better future. If I am unable to face something this small, what's there to say? Lin Fan at this point went all out, his movements quick like lightning. Monkey steals peach. Bam! At that moment, Lin Fan knelt on the ground immediately. His previously colored face turned ghastly pale, his determined eyes also leaking out a few drops of tears. Lin Fan lowered his head painfully, his 2 hands clutching his crotch. My God, I regret this. Lin Fan clenched his teeth, now also forced to smell the fart he released because he was kneeling. Ding! Monkey steals peach, experience +1. Ding! Titanium grade demon body, experience +1. Ding! Congratulations on achieving. Not conceding, so just do it. Not conceding, so just do it. I am even capable of viciously treating myself, let alone you. Effects. Activating will double own cultivation base for the duration of 1 incense stick. Usage. 1 time. At this point, Lin Fan didn't care about any of this, because he was feeling a humongous pain, so much pain that he wanted to kill someone. Lin Fan swore to the heavens that he would never again use such a devastating move on himself. From now on, he would settle with using other people to level up. Lin Fan stood up with much difficulty and held onto the side of a table. He walked towards his bed and slowly lied down while silently clutching his crotch in tears. A day can't be wasted. But today, just let me take a good rest and work hard tomorrow. Lin Fan's body trembled as he slowly closed his eyes. His heart was silently weeping, feeling that he indeed was an idiot. Something like this, just how could he do something like this? But after this experiment, he now understood just how much pain his fellow brothers were in. I wonder if senior brother Han will gather a bunch of backups tomorrow to seek revenge. It is something I am really looking forward to. As for today, let's just forget it. Senior brother Han is most likely also lying on the bed, trying to ease his pain. Chapter 12. Can you give me a chance? Chapter 12. Can you give me a chance? Talent Registration Hall. The fingers of the outstretched hand couldn't be seen. Wearing a black cloak, Elder Lee seemed as if he could disregard the darkness, as he searched for a book from the top of the bookshelf. This book recorded the experience of the sect founder's entire life. In the darkness, only those pair of green flames hidden within the black cloak moved. The surroundings were completely silent, except for the sound of Elder Lee flipping open books. Why can that disciple cultivate titanium-grade demon body to such a high level? This has never happened before, Elder Lee said to himself. The titanium-grade demon body recorded in the book was merely a body training method causally written by the sect's founder, specially made for the punching bags to train. And yet, a person actually managed to train it to that level. The next day, Lin Fan sat up, and the first thing he did was pull down his pants and check. Seeing his brother entirely lively, safe, and sound, he was relieved. From now on, Lin Fan promised that he would never do such a thing again. This sh*t was practically life-threatening. At that time, a knock came from the door. Lin Fan was a bit suspicious. Just who would come see me? Did Han Lu come over? But that wouldn't do. With the severe thing he did yesterday, if senior brother Han Lu didn't just directly kick down his door, it would be rather sorrowful. Lin Fan didn't think much and got ready before opening the door. You are. Lin looked at the unfamiliar person in front of him, a bit doubtful. I live next door. You're the newly initiated outer sect junior brother Lin, right? The person had a smile, looking at Lin Fan like an older brother looking at a younger brother. Oh, so you are a senior brother. Come, senior brother, please enter. Lin Fan heard this and was suddenly ecstatic. Experience delivering itself. Hee, junior brother Lin is quite polite. Senior brother Ni told me yesterday to take good care of junior brother Lin. Right now is the outer sect's dining time. Since junior brother Lin is newly initiated, you probably don't know where it's at, so I will lead you. Yin Mo Chen looked at Ling Fan and felt this newly initiated junior brother was a pretty good person. He was very warm towards other people. In the future, if there is a chance he should visit him more. Alright, then I will rely on senior brother. Lin Fan said joyfully. The entire way, Lin Fan was rather buoyant, and Yin Mo Chen answered all his questions. Senior brother Yin, this dining hall is a bit big. Lin Fan looked around and saw a sea of people, each head having a cultivation level floating above their heads. To Lin Fan, they were all just experience. Junior brother Lin, all the outer sect's disciples dine here. So naturally, this dining hall is huge. Yin Mo Chen replied. Oh, under Yin Mo Chen's lead, Lin Fan received some food from the dining hall's catering area. There is meat and vegetables, so it's pretty bountiful. Just what kind of vegetable is this, and what kind of meat is this? I have never seen these before, and the food also smells very delicious. It arouses my appetite greatly. Lin Fan's stomach was empty, and after entering Precelestial stage, Lin Fan's appetite also increased greatly. So without any words, he quickly finished off all the food. As expected, this was not regular food. After Lin Fan had finished eating the food, his experience increased a little bit. Lin Fan looked up, and saw Yin Mo Chen staring dumbfoundedly. Senior brother, why are you staring at me like that? Whenever Lin Fan saw eyes full of such expression, he would feel his entire body shudder, as if there was someone thinking about his innocent body. Yin Mo Chen smiled. It's nothing. Just junior brother Lin's ravaging eating method was an eye-opener for me. Senior brother Yin, can each person only receive one serving of this food? Lin Fan asked. Yes, these are all prepared in advance. Yin Mo Chen said while smiling. Lin Fan heard this, and suddenly was ecstatic. Since to Lin Fan, everyone was merely experience, it just wouldn't do if he didn't initiate mocking mode. After receiving this confirmation from senior brother Yin, Lin Fan decisively started mocking. Lin Fan looked with a calm expression, then took senior brother Yin's food and placed it in front of himself, and then looked towards senior brother Yin, awaiting his anger. Senior brother Yin, I am still not full, so you just watch me eat. Lin Fan said. At this moment Lin Fan's inner heart was fully anticipating, senior brother Yin, hurry up and attack me, hurry up, flip the table, and beat me up. Though your personality is quite nice, who can blame me since your junior brother relies on this to level up? What Lin Fan didn't expect was that after senior brother Yin appeared startled for a bit, he then smiled. Right, this is your senior brother's fault. Since junior brother is still not full, senior brother doesn't mind giving his food to junior brother. Yin Mo Chen said. Lin Fan heard this and exploded. This. Suddenly Lin Fan realized, mocking nowadays is so hard. What's up with people nowadays? Why are their hearts so generous? Senior brother Yin, aren't you hungry? Lin Fan asked. I am hungry. Yin Mo Chen nodded. Then, since I took your food, aren't you angry? Lin Fan felt a sudden urge to cry, can't you just cooperate and beat me up? Mo Chen smiled while shaking his head, as a senior brother, it is necessary to take care of junior brother. Since junior brother is hungry, your senior brother will, of course, let junior brother eat his fill. I concede. If there weren't any people in the surroundings right now, Lin Fan definitely would have cried a lot. Why are all the people in the outer sect like this, so saintly? Where am I supposed to go for mocking from now on? Senior brother, I suddenly don't feel hungry anymore. Here's your food back. Lin Fan pushed the food in front of him back. Junior brother, if you really are hungry, your senior brother is completely fine. Yin Mo Chen said. No need, Lin Fan said while shaking his head. ... At this moment, the sound of a table being slammed came from ahead. Give me your food. Lin Fan looked towards the sound and saw a mountain-sized guy standing there, stealing another person's food. Senior brother, that is mine. From the crowd, a bell-like voice traveled over. Judging from the voice, it must be a girl. Now it's mine. Do you have any problem with that? ... Lin Fan stood up at this moment, his heart filled with joy. Finally meeting this type of person. Lin Fan wouldn't believe that among more than 8,000 disciples, there wouldn't be a single arrogant one. Junior brother Lin, don't cause trouble. He is senior brother Yi's person. Yin Mo Chen said a bit fearfully. Lin Fan heard this and was even more joyful, so, he even has someone backing him. Not bad. And oh, vel be in .c ohm. Senior brother Yin, who is this senior brother Yi? Lin Fan asked. He is one of the outer sect's top 10 geniuses like senior brother Meng. His standing in the outer sect is very high. This person is one of Yi Zongtian's people. Though this type of thing doesn't usually happen in the outer sect, it's not non-existent. Junior brother, listen to senior brother's words and don't mind other people's business. Yin Mo Chen warned. Oh, Lin Fan nodded his head. Yin Mo Chen felt relieved. He was afraid that junior brother Lin would be utterly fearless and unable to ignore injustice. Although the sect strictly prohibited in fighting, but where there were people, there would be clashes. It was impossible to fully prohibit it. But when Yin Mo Chen raised his head, he realized that junior brother Lin was already walking over there. Startled, he hurriedly shoveled a few mouthfuls of food and immediately followed him. Just what is junior brother Lin trying to do? Absolutely don't get involved in this. Chapter 13. This rhythm is quite good. Chapter 13. This rhythm is quite good. Currently, among the crowd, many disciples were sitting in their seats or standing there watching the situation, just like a bunch of rubbernecks. Some were whispering amongst each other, feeling sorry for this unfortunate junior sister for a few seconds. They all recognized the person in front of them, one of outer sect's top 10 genius, Yi Zongtian's Jr. He was usually very arrogant and particularly bullied people. I will take yours today, what are you going to do about it? Wang Tianyuan was incredibly rough and crude, not understanding the concept of caring for precious beauties. If an ordinary person saw such a cute and beautiful junior sister, how could they even think about doing anything to her? They would instead be trying their utmost to protect her. Lin Fan looked at the current situation. What kind of beauty had he not seen before? But this junior sister in front of him, who was being bullied, was especially beautiful. Lin Fan had just finished eating, and that meat and vegetables could increase his experience. So obviously, it wasn't ordinary food and naturally attracted his attention. This crude giant, most likely due to that very reason, decided to find small fries to pick on. Fan Yuxin clenched her teeth while staring coldly straight at the giant in front of her, but unable to do anything. Humph. The crude giant Wang Tianfeng laughed dismissively, without any trace of the appearance of a senior brother in him. Compared to Niming Yang or Yin Mo Chen, it was like the difference between heaven and earth. Seeing the incident in front of them, the surrounding disciples also didn't say anything. Although the junior sister was immensely beautiful, they still dared not provoke the Wang Tianfeng in front of them. At this point, Han Lu stood among the crowd watching the current situation, his expression indifferent, without making even a single movement. Train some more, the strong eat the weak, becoming stronger is the only way. Han Lu clenched his two hands tightly and then lowered his head, preparing to leave. Stop. At this time, a sudden outburst sounded throughout the entire dining hall. Everyone confusedly looked around for the person who the voice belonged to. Han Lu, who was initially leaving, stopped, the reason being that this voice was a bit familiar. It's him. When Han Lu turned towards that person, his calm expression suddenly clouded over, as if he had possessed a deep hatred of some sorts. Lin Fan glanced at Wang Tianfeng, a 6th-level Precelestial. Then Lin Fan glanced over at the girl, 1st-level Precelestial, but it was followed by a few question marks. This made Lin Fan a bit suspicious. What's up with that? But for now, that was unimportant, because Lin Fan was about to begin his taunting. A vast amount of experience was currently waving at him. No matter what, he had to cause some commotion. Who are you? Wang Tianfeng's voice thundered angrily upon seeing a person coming out to interfere. Lin Fan glanced towards Wang Tianfeng, then waved his hand grandly, jumped on the table and immediately began insulting. A person as shoddy as you is considered a senior brother, and is even bullying your junior brothers and sisters. I even feel shame for you, trash, useless moron. Lin Fan spouted endlessly, using all kinds of colorful insulting words, surprising the surrounding outer sect disciples and leaving them dumbfounded. As for the previously angry Fan Yuxin, the corners of her mouth inadvertently formed a subtle smile. Haha, hearing Lin Fan insulting Wang Tianfeng while pointing at his nose, the surrounding outer sect disciples all began to laugh. But when they laughed, Lin Fan instead snapped at them. What are you laughing about? Each one of you is a complete trash. As a man, you just stand by and watch as a weak junior sister is being bullied by this kind of a despicable, dirty little scumbag. I even feel embarrassed for all of you. What are you looking at? Don't like what I am saying? If you have guts, then come hit me. Lin Fan pointed towards the surrounding brothers and scolded. Yin Mo Chen, who had just run over upon hearing Lin Fan's words, was scared to the point of paling. Junior brother, why are you making things so difficult for yourself? You just offended everyone, even your senior brother can't save you now. No, I must hurry and notify senior brother Ni. Otherwise, this will turn awful. Yin Mo Chen didn't think any further and immediately dashed towards outside. At this point, Yin Mo Chen could only wish he could grow more legs so he could run faster. At this point, Lin Fan stood there, slowly closing his eyes, and gave a sigh. I just insulted all of you so much. If you still don't attack me, then yours truly really will look down on all of you. Without further ado, Lin Fan jumped down from the table and then walked in front of Wang Tianfeng. What? Come hit me if you have the guts. I look down upon you. Lin Fan looked at Wang Tianfeng's already enraged red face and continued taunting. Today's success or failure, all depends on this one punch. Seeking death, Wang Tianfeng's eyes flashed dangerously at this point, and a punch flew towards Lin Fan. The surrounding outer sect disciples gasped. To them, it looked like someone would die today for sure. Fan Yuxin also watched nervously. Bam, ding, open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket experience plus 2000. Lin Fan's current body strength was capable of enduring Ni Mingyang's full-powered 8th level Precelestial strike, so naturally, Wang Tianfeng's punch meant nothing to him. Feeling his experience skyrocket once again, Lin Fan couldn't help but smile. As Lin Fan was awaiting the next wave of attacks, he then realized Wang Tianfeng was vigilantly watching him. At this moment Lin Fan suddenly realized that Wang Tianfeng had just used his full-powered punch, yet he was still standing there as if nothing had happened. As long as one wasn't an idiot, anyone could tell there was something wrong. Lin Fan, who derived from the school of acting, at this point exhibited the full talent of his powerful acting skills. Phew, Lin Fan's expression suddenly flushed, as spurts of blood spewed forth from his mouth. In order to add to the realism, Lin Fan even deliberately spat a few extra ones. Right now, blood was not worth much. The experience was the most valuable thing. Haha, brat, let's see if you still dare to act arrogant. Wang Tianfeng began laughing loudly after seeing this ignorant junior brother crazily spitting out blood. With the previous punch he just dished out, Wang Tianfeng was very satisfied. Now, this was the feeling he wanted. Han Lu, who had never left, gave a shallow laugh seeing the situation in front of him, his inner rage inadvertently decreasing by quite a bit. Lin Fan was swaying around, the corners of his mouth dyed with blood. Lifting his finger, he pointed and said, I despise you. Wang Tianfeng, seeing the brat in front of him still disrespecting him, became even further enraged. His two fists rained forth, each punch beating down onto Lin Fan's body. N-O-V-E in .C ohm. Ding, open double angle bracket. Titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket experience plus 2000. Ding, open double angle bracket. Titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket experience plus 2000. At this point, in order to make things easier for Wang Tianfeng, Lin Fan just lied down on the floor, allowing Wang Tianfeng to beat him freely. Lin Fan, who was lying on the floor, secretly gave a sigh. This isn't easy after all. After entering the outer sect, only today is the best. As Lin Fan was thinking about such things, Wang Tianfeng suddenly stopped. HMPH, after today's lesson, let's see if next time you dare defy me. Wang Tianfeng snorted coolly, and then turned around, preparing to leave. Stop, you piece of trash. In the surrounding people's eyes, Lin Fan was already half dead at this time, but he abruptly stood up. He already appeared rather weak but still didn't let up with his verbal insults, crazily taunting Wang Tianfeng. You. Wang Tianfeng was stunned and in a bit of disbelief. This guy, how can he still stand up? HMPH, let alone you, even the surrounding people in my eyes are all complete trash. What now? What's up with that expression? That's right, I am talking about you lot. If you don't like it, come beat me up together. Your grandfather yours truly is not afraid of you all. Lin Fan was about to cry at this time. Isn't leveling up quite difficult? Aside from the taunting, he even needed to think of a variety of methods of taunting. If they didn't take the bait, then all would be for naught. My fellow brothers, we are men amongst men, and now we are being humiliated as if we are nothing by this person. A warrior can be killed but not shamed. Today, let's make him understand what words one can say and what words one can't. At this moment, a voice came from the crowd rallying them. Lin Fan glanced over and suddenly felt joyful. The one who provided this marvelous contribution was none other than senior brother Han Lu. Lin Fan's heart leapt with great joy. Senior brother Han, today's grace, this junior brother will return to you in the future. As expected, once Han Lu said these words, the surrounding outer sect disciples were unable to hold back any longer. Some lowered their head in silence, probably at a loss due to the earlier insult, and the ones with bad tempers started to flare up after hearing those words. At this point, Lin Fan was in full joy and obediently lied down on the floor. Today's rhythm is quite good. Ding, open double angle bracket. Titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket experience plus 1000. Ding, open double angle bracket. Titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket experience plus 5000. Rate translation quality. Chapter 14. Fake crying, bring out their hidden potential. Chapter 14. Fake crying, bring out their hidden potential. Ding, congratulations open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket leveled up. Upon hearing this notification, Lin Fan revealed a cheerful smile. Hard work does pay off. As long as you try, your efforts will be returned. Brothers, stop now. It seems he is about to die. Just when Lin Fan was immersed in joy, an outer sect disciple exclaimed loudly. What? We were rash, we are all of the same sect. How could we do something like this? Hurry, take him to the medics, it'll be bad if something really happened. Han Lu had been standing at a distance watching everything. The corners of his mouth revealed a smile. If this guy really did die then it would be well deserved. At this point, Lin Fan hastily shouted out a taunt. You scrubs, you think you can kill me? You are all just over-glorifying yourselves. When I said I look down on all of you, I actually meant I look down all of you. The previously smiling Han Lu couldn't help but change his expression in an instant. He was a bit shocked, and also a bit in disbelief. He's still alright, this is impossible. Damn, you brat, still trying to act tough. After seeing this guy still refusing to repent and even continuing to taunt them, the outer sect disciples who had just relented became enraged and began attacking again. Ding, open double angle bracket. Titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket experience plus 2000. Ding, open double angle bracket. Titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket experience plus 3000. Ding, open double angle bracket. Titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket experience plus 1000. Lin Fan indulged himself in the sensation of his skyrocketing experience. The more these experience treasure troves tried, the happier Lin Fan became. The only regret Lin Fan felt was that there were still many outer sect disciples that were just standing there solemnly and not giving experience to him. Damn brat, hurry up and admit you're wrong. Wang Tianfeng shouted angrily. You're telling me to lower my head to a bunch of girl-bullying lowlifes. In your dreams, Lin Fan joyfully shouted. We didn't bully anyone, you brat. Why are you insulting us? The outer sect disciples that were punishing Lin Fan all shouted in anger. They were just bystanders, and all they did was just watch from the sidelines, yet they ended up being insulted. So what if I insulted all of you? I want to insult all of you, come hit me. Lin Fan, who was just asking for a beating, shouted. Brothers, why are we even bothering with him? Let's make him understand today what happens to people who spout nonsense. Wang Tianfeng snapped. Ever since he became one of senior brother Yi's followers, no one had actually dared to talk to him like that. This guy was definitely the first. In order to make them feel a sense of achievement, Lin Fan also did some fake crying, his cries bordering onto being earth-shattering. Every time the experienced treasure troves were about to stop, Lin Fan would once again start taunting. Bam, bam. Currently, the dining hall was a complete mess, and many outer sect disciples were gathered together unknowingly. They had seen everything from start to finish. To this fellow sect member who was being beaten, screaming out in pain but still refusing to yield, they also felt admiration inside their hearts. With a temper like that, how could one not suffer? Since one can't beat this many person, can't he just give up? Just wait till one's cultivation base rises in the future, then come back for revenge one by one. There was no need to be so unyielding. Do you concede? Wang Tianfeng was a bit tired at this point. Although logically speaking, with a 6th level precelestial cultivation base and a deep inner energy, this should not have been so. Initially, Wang Tianfeng didn't use his full strength to beat Lin Fan, but afterward, he realized that all this guy ever did was cry out and never fainted, and this made Wang Tianfeng impatient. So afterward, Wang Tianfeng began using all his strength. Concede my A*S. Lin Fan, don't concede to the heavens, don't concede to the earth, and even if you scrubs beat me to death, I still won't concede. Lin Fan replied. You. Wang Tianfeng held his breath while pointing at Lin Fan, not knowing what to say. Is this guy perhaps made of steel? Ding, open double angle bracket. Titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket experience plus 800. Ding, open double angle bracket. Titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket experience plus 600. Lin Fan was startled. What's up with this? How is the experience so little? Then Lin Fan slightly glanced around a bit and realized that these outer sect disciples that were beating him were all red in the face as if they were all very tired. Screw it. Lin Fan was beyond himself now. These guys, are they all fast finishers perhaps? We're only at this point, and they are already about done for. No, yours truly needs to scream a bit more painfully and stimulate their hidden potential. If this experience continues to grow so slowly, it will take years before I level up. OWW, it hurts so much. I'm about to die. You bunch of scrubs, I will never lower my head to you all. Girl bullying lowlife and at. As Fan Yuxin watched the person who stood up for her being surrounded by hordes of people, a killing intent flashed through her gentle eyes. Just when she was about to speak up, the corners of Fan Yuxin's eyes glanced outside. Stop. Upon hearing junior brother Yin Mo Chen's report, Ni Mingyang startled for a moment before immediately rushing over. This junior brother Lin is really completely fearless, angering whoever he wants. Inside the sect, it was peaceful usually, but fights were still very intense, and the slightest mistake could put one beyond redemption. Ni Mingyang, an 8th level precelestial, instantly pushed aside all the people surrounding Lin Fan, his one hand as if possessing an infinite amount of power. Wang Tianfeng, what are you doing? Ni Mingyang glared at Wang Tianfeng while asking. Yin Mo Chen hurried forth and helped the collapsed Lin Fan up, and then began checking him up in panic. Junior brother Lin, you must hold on. At this moment, Lin Fan was utterly dumbfounded. What happened? Everything was going so smoothly, why did they all disperse? Junior brother Lin, it's all right. Senior brother Ni is here. When Yin Mo Chen saw junior brother Lin's silly look, he thought junior brother Lin must have been scared silly by this group of people, and immediately comforted him. Lin Fan stared stiffly at Yin Mo Chen. If looks could kill, Yin Mo Chen would have long died thousands of times already. This was a rip-off. After shouting out so many taunts, only to bring out half its effect. Seeing the place Lin Fan was lying down on drenched in a pool of blood, Yin Mo Chen immediately shouted out angrily at the surrounding outer sect disciples, as members of the same sect, how could you be so brutal? Do you not possess any sect kinship? At this point, those fellow brothers who had been beating Lin Fan glanced at the blood on the ground and came back to themselves, then lowered their heads down in shame. November LBJNN. Senior brother Ni, after this incident I think you should properly control this junior brother, and teach him not to blather about. Wang Tianfeng looked at Ni Mingyang while saying. Even though his cultivation base wasn't higher than Nimingyang's, Wang Tianfeng didn't fear him the slightest. A piece of trash that trained for many years yet was still merely an 8th-level Precelestial, he completely didn't even consider him worthy. HMPH, Wang Tianfeng, I will relay this incident to Senior Brother Meng, and let's see if all the people under Senior Brother Yi are people who go about in the dining hall stealing fellow sect members' food. Ni Mingyang said. Seeing the current situation, Lin Fan gave a sigh and sighed. Today was his own fault for choosing the wrong place. Next time, he must learn from this lesson and must not causally choose a place like he did today. Otherwise all his previous verbal efforts would just be a waste. Senior brother, I feel a bit weak. I want to go back and rest. At this point, Lin Fan also felt hurt, his heart drowned in pain. Junior brother, hold on. I will help you back now. Yin Mo Chen quickly said. Ni Mingyang looked at Wang Tianfeng, knowing that this situation couldn't be solved, and sighed coldly while assisting junior brother Lin and left. Fan Yuxin stood among the crowd, and then silently left as well. Chapter 15. This cookie from the heavens, I won't tell anyone. Chapter 15. This cookie from the heavens, I won't tell anyone. Inside the house, Lin Fan lied powerlessly on the bed, looking at the medicinal pill senior brother Ni Mingyang left behind. He was entirely fine though. Looks like staying inside this sect to level up is rather unreliable. I should probably think about going outside and trying my luck. But the sect rules state outer sect disciples aren't allowed to leave the mountain, this is also quite troubling. Heh, Lin Fan sighed, then dumped the medicinal pill left by senior brother Ni onto his hand. Ding, discovered healing medicinal pill, rejuvenation pill, after ingestion, experience plus 50. Rejuvenation pill. Saint Devil Sect's common medicinal pill, made from blue vanilla extract. Heh, Lin Fan sighed once again, then stuffed the medicinal pill into his mouth and gulped it down instantly. Lin Fan then opened up his character data panel. Name, Lin Fan. Level, 11th second level Precelestial stage. Experience points, 7,050 thousandths. Martial skills, open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket 19th level, 6,002 millionths. Open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket 10th level 1410 thousandths. Title, not conceding as dry cultivation base is doubled, time limit is 1 incense candle, one-time use. Lin Fan looked at the experience of open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket and felt his head hurt, 2 million experience. Relying on these outer sect disciples to beat me up will take me years. Heh, Lin Fan sighed yet again, and then closed his eyes, deciding to take a good rest and wait till nighttime before proceeding. After an unknown amount of time passed, Lin Fan sensed a light scent within his room. This light scent made Lin Fan very suspicious. I am a straight-up man, so I never use goods like perfume. Where in my room would this scent come from? Strange. Lin Fan opened his eyes, and there was not a single soul inside his room, not even a ghost. Then this light scent, where is it coming from? Perhaps it's some girl who snuck into my room, trying to take advantage of me being asleep and take off my pants, lift up my brother and turn the world upside down. C. Upon thinking this, Lin Fan felt a bit scared, then looked down at his crotch. Thankfully, it was safe and sound and had not been infiltrated. Otherwise, he wouldn't know who to go crying to. Oh, Lin Fan jolted again, and then lifted up a jade bottle next to his bed. What's this thing? The jade bottle was very normal, didn't have any patterns, and seemed unlikely to hold any treasure. Lin Fan held it then shook it, causing the insides to rattle about as if there was something inside. Lin Fan was sure that before he went to sleep, there was nothing like this next to his bed. Who put this here then? Lin Fan got up and opened the door. It was pitch black outside, and not a single person could be seen. The confused Lin Fan then returned inside, sat on his bed and thought it over, but was unable to come up with anything. So Lin Fan then dumped out the contents of the jade bottle. A golden medicinal herb with a powerful scent came into sight, upon smelling which brought about a refreshing feel. Ding, discovered Saint Class medicinal pill, Supreme pill, after ingesting plus 4 million experience. Supreme pill. Formed through a collection of ghost dimension 1000-year ice crystals, dozens of high-quality 1000-year monster materials. Effects. Acquiring 1000-year ultimate qualification, comprehension. Haha, the previously still hazy Lin Fan, suddenly opened his eyes wide. What the hell, what kind of medicinal pill is this, how is it so overpowered? 4 million experience points. sh*t, 4 million experience points. Wow. Currently, Lin Fan felt like he was about to go crazy. This was basically a cookie from the heavens. Lin Fan, who was desperately trying to become stronger, directly threw the medicinal pill into his mouth without a second thought and started chewing ferociously. Oh, it's a bit hard. I can't chew it. Well, yours truly refuses to believe this. Whatever, let's just directly swallow it instead then. Ding, ingested Saint Class medicinal pill, supreme pill, plus 4 million experience. At this moment Lin Fan felt an irresistible thunderous energy within his body as if his entire body was about to explode. Ding, activating experience upgrade function bar. His previous practically stuffed body suddenly returned to normal. Lin Fan was stunned, and stiffened a bit, then opened his character data and inspected it closely. Name, Lin Fan. Level, 11th second level Precelestial stage. Experience points, 7,050 thousandths. Storage experience, 4 million. Can upgrade character level, can upgrade martial skill level. Martial skills. Open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket 19th level 6,002 millionths. Open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket 10th level 1,410 thousandths. Title. Not conceding as dry cultivation base is doubled, time limit is 1 incense candle, one-time use. Lin Fan looked at the extra 4 million experience and smiled brighter than anyone else, just like a sunflower. His cultivation base was still only second level Precelestial, so he couldn't quite stand it. As a man completely full of swag, how could he allow his own cultivation base to remain so low? No, I must upgrade. Ding, congratulations character level 12, third level Precelestial. Ding, congratulations character level 13, fourth level Precelestial. Ding, congratulations character level 14, fifth level Precelestial. ... Lin Fan clicked crazily, feeling as if he were to meet a god, he would kill God, meet Buddha kill Buddha, in other words completely unstoppable. Ding, insufficient experience, unable to level up. Lin Fan, who was clicking away happily, was suddenly startled in a bit disbelief. He had merely reached 9th level Precelestial and he already couldn't level anymore, this was a complete rip-off. But when Lin Fan carefully inspected it, he realized that to go from 9th level Precelestial to post-celestial, it actually needed 10 million experience points. At this point Lin Fan was dumbfounded, this was too scary. Even though Lin Fan didn't really look, he couldn't help but wonder, from 8th level Precelestial to 9th level Precelestial should have only required around 200,000 experience points or so. How come when it reached here, it needs 10 million experience points? This. If this upgrade system had a customer service, Lin Fan would definitely complain, ferociously complain. This was a complete rip-off product. Looking at the remainder 2 million experience points, Lin Fan was speechless. Whatever, let's use the remainder on leveling up the martial skills. In an instant, I became an expert 9th level Precelestial, so it was not so bad. If other people were to find out, they most definitely would be coughing up blood and die. Hee. Ding, congratulations open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket leveled up. Ding, congratulations open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket leveled up to 20, martial skill advanced to open double angle bracket eternal demon body close double angle bracket. Ding, open double angle bracket eternal demon body close double angle bracket first level 0.3 millionths. Upon seeing open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket convert to open double angle bracket eternal demon body close double angle bracket, Lin Fan's heart almost jumped out. As expected, the martial skills can automatically advance, and from the looks of it, it's probably unlimited. If I gather enough experience, then in the future I will essentially become a walking tank. Then, Lin Fan directly added the remaining experience to open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket. Although open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket was a very garbage martial skill, Lin Fan was a very nostalgic type of person. Open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket had achieved illustrious merits for himself, so as a person with a good conscience, how could he give it up? In the future, he would make open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket flourish greatly and become a legendary existence. Ding, congratulations open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket level up. Ding, congratulations open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket level up. At this point, Lin Fan was very happy and looked once again at his character data panel. Name: Lin Fan. Level: 18, 9th level Precelestial stage. Experience points: 0-10 millionths. Storage experience: 400. Can upgrade character level, can upgrade martial skill level. Martial skills: open double angle bracket Eternal Demon Body close double angle bracket 1 RST level 0.3 millionths. Open double angle bracket Monkey Steals Peach close double angle bracket 12th level 1430,000. Title: Not conceding as dry cultivation base is doubled, time limit is 1 incense candle, one-time use. Lin Fan smiled contently, trying hard to calm his excited heart. This cookie from the heavens, Lin Fan swore to the heavens he wouldn't tell anyone about it. Just as Lin Fan prepared to continue lying down and fantasize for a while, he discovered a note next to his bed. Lin Fan picked up the note, glanced through it, and then nodded. The handwriting was beautiful, but somehow it also had a dominating feel to it. No, he must be overthinking it. It must be so. But when Lin Fan finished reading the contents of the note, his expression changed, then he threw the note aside and bitterly murmured. Screw it, I already ate it all. What's the point of saying anything? ... At this moment, in the dark night sky, a pair of bright eyes sparkled dazzlingly, just like the stars in the sky. Oh, stupid, that's not meant for eating. Chapter 16. Unlocking Professions. Chapter 16. Unlocking Professions. The next day, Lin Fan walked around the vicinity of the Saint Devil Sect's outer sect. Today was the outer sect disciple examination and could be considered one of the more important occasions of the Saint Devil Sect. Many other outer sect disciples also went to the venue to observe, wanting to see just who would become their fellow brothers and sisters. For Lin Fan, these matters had nothing to do with him. Since the majority of the outer sect disciples went to see the examinations, there was no one left to play with him. Ah, Lin Fan sighed, so boring. Not knowing where he walked to, Lin Fan suddenly felt that the smell of coal was strong there. Dong dong. Lin Fan heard the sound of striking iron and glanced around. Rows of houses were lined up, and on top of the roof of one small house, a chimney was spewing out thick black smoke. Lin Fan frowned. These guys were completely damaging the environment. Though Lin Fan thought that, he still bounded forward happily. This was after all the weapons forge of the outer sect disciples. Each month, every outer sect disciple had a chance to receive a new piece of equipment. Furthermore, these blacksmiths were specially trained by the sect. For a sect, aside from strong martial powers, it also needed talents from various areas, a blacksmith being one of them. Of course, the weapons used by the outer sect disciples were of the lower grades, but even these lower grades were considered top-tier weapons amongst the dynasties. Being able to cut through iron like clay, able to split single strands of hair, weapons of this caliber all actually existed. He had been in the sect for some time now but still didn't possess a single quality weapon. Since he was already here, naturally he would go and obtain one. Lin Fan stood there and inadvertently thought of something. When I leave the sect, I will wreak havoc. No, I meant, be heroic. With a sword behind his back, long hair flowing clean and tidy light robes, fighting against evil and saving damsels in distress would also be a rather nice thing. Dong dong. The sound of hammering entered Lin Fan ears, and he suddenly woke up from his daydream, hurriedly going inside with a huge stride. Upon entering inside, Lin Fan discovered a buff-looking blacksmith with a hammer in one hand and a metal plate in the other, currently vigorously pounding away. Those sturdy-looking muscles made Lin Fan jump in surprise. Strong, definitely very strong. This was totally a humanoid monster. Realizing someone had entered, the blacksmith looked towards the emblem on Lin Fan's waist. Look for yourself the kind of weapon you want. The blacksmith's voice was husky but also natural, as if he were already used to this sort of thing. Lin Fan looked at the blacksmith and smiled. You won't have the kind of weapon I want. Also, you won't be able to make it. The previously calm blacksmith was startled after hearing Lin Fan's words. His rough hands quivered slightly, and then he stopped his hammering. Are you perhaps here looking for trouble? The blacksmith looked in a disgruntled manner at Lin Fan and asked. No, just being honest. Lin Fan said. HMPH, I have never seen an outer sect disciple with a mouth like yours. Fine, you do it then. If you can make a weapon I have never seen before, then I will give you my most prized possession. The blacksmith said in annoyance. An outer sect disciple that talked big like him, he really did never see before in the decades he had been at the Saint Devi sect. The weapons he had made were uncountable, only he knew best 100 kinds of weapons, and at this point, someone had told him he didn't know how to forge weapons. This made the blacksmith very unhappy. All right, Lin Fan smiled and slightly glanced at the blacksmith. Should I perhaps tell him that his past hobby was actually blacksmithing? The blacksmith put down the hammer and stepped aside, his intentions obvious. If you can do it, then go ahead. Lin Fan also went forth, holding the large and heavy hammer with his hand. Haha, you don't even know how to hold the hammer properly, and you say you can forge weapons, utterly laughable. An expert could tell right off the bat if one was experienced or not. As soon as Lin Fan held the hammer, the blacksmith started laughing. Lin Fan then rolled his eyes. This is a secret household technique, understood? HMPH, you are obviously a complete novice. Blacksmithing is a type of skill, impossible to master without decades of training. You won't be able to make a single decent weapon like this, you should. In Lin Fan's eyes, this blacksmith was yet another wordy person, currently just endlessly explaining, as if he were trying to show off his knowledge in front of Lin Fan. Lin Fan generally held in disdain these type of people who only knew how to show off and weren't the slightest bit humble, completely detestable. Ding, unlocking profession, blacksmith. Ding, level 1 blacksmith, 0 tenths. Blacksmith, an expert at forging, able to craft anything seen before into various weapons. At this moment, Lin Fan was stunned. What's this situation? What's with this profession? Just picking up a hammer and then hearing this show-off blacksmith say a few words was enough to unlock a profession. This. At this point, Lin Fan didn't want to say anything more. There was a feeling of being cheated. N-O-V-L-P-in.C-Ohm. Get lost, just randomly pick a weapon and hurry up and leave. Seeing that Lin Fan was just a beginner, the blacksmith didn't want to say anything more and rushed Lin Fan to leave. I know how to forge. Seeing that he had become a blacksmith, Lin Fan immediately refused and retorted. Hurry up and leave, don't bother me. The blacksmith picked up his hammer once again and started pounding away, not paying any attention to Lin Fan. HMPH, just watch me make an unparalleled legendary weapon. Lin Fan grimaced while saying. Hee, just you, the blacksmith said disdainfully. Lin Fan glanced at the blacksmith, hee. After leaving, Lin Fan hurried on back to his house. Lin Fan was very curious towards his new profession. What's with this blacksmith? Was it possible that if someone just stood beside him and explained a bit, he could then learn their profession? This. Lin Fan opened his data panel and clicked on the blacksmith profession. Suddenly, a huge furnace appeared within his mind. This thing. Lin Fan held his chin, experiencing a need to carefully research this. Lin Fan looked left and right, not seeing a single good material. Oh, at this moment, Lin Fan realized that in the corner of the courtyard were some abandoned bricks. He then hurried forth, grabbing a few bricks and throwing them into the furnace. Ding, congratulations on crafting a pile of useless clay, experience +1. At this point, a pile of useless sticky black clay appeared in Lin Fan's hands. He then laughed with contentment. Even something like this could level him up. After that, Lin Fan eagerly picked up another brick. Ding, congratulations on crafting broken tile piece, experience +1. Ding, congratulations on crafting a pile of useless clay, experience +1. Ding, congratulations on leveling up, level 2 blacksmith, 0/50ths. Ding, congratulations on crafting slightly broken tile piece, experience +1. Chapter 17, a weakling that only gave 10 experience points. Chapter 17, a weakling that only gave 10 experience points. At this moment, Lin Fan was crazily throwing bricks one after another into the furnace as if he were possessed by a demon. Aside from increasing his experience, the stuff he crafted was either broken tiles or useless clay. His blacksmith profession was already level 4, but all the stuff he crafted was complete trash. Lin Fan was now already full of doubts. Is it possible that even though I unlocked professions, I still can only craft piles of junk? Actually, this couldn't even be considered junk. Lin Fan stared at the junk in front of him while breathing hard, about to go mad. Yours truly just won't accept this. Lin Fan roared out angrily, opening crazy mode as he began throwing the piles of junk once again into the furnace. Ding, the material breaks and disappears. Ding, the material breaks and disappears. How can this be? Lin Fan looked helplessly at the empty courtyard. The original 3 walls were now non-existent. Aside from leveling his blacksmith skill to level 4, he didn't craft a single useful item. At this point, Lin Fan doubted life itself and also doubted his own forging level. This doesn't make sense. This completely doesn't make sense. In the modern era, I was an enthusiastic fan of forging after all. How come after arriving here, I can't even craft a piece of garbage? After working hard all day, the sky was already darkening, and the outer sect disciples that went out to observe the exam should have already returned. Junior brother Lin, what happened to the walls around your courtyard? Yin Mo Chen, who had just returned back to his house, asked curiously after seeing Lin Fan's buck-naked house. Oh, I don't know. When I woke up, it was all gone. Senior brother, how was today's outer sect examination? Lin Fan didn't want to say anything more, the reason being the topic was too painful. Excellent, there were many potential seedlings, so the sect was very excited. Yin Mo Chen also said this a bit excitedly. But upon seeing junior brother Lin's expression looking a bit down, Yin Mo Chen became slightly worried. Junior brother Lin, are you alright? You don't look too well. Is it possible you are still injured from last time? This is despicable. Senior brother Yi is just busy shielding and didn't even bother to give a reply. Tomorrow, I will go demand some justice for you. Yin Mo Chen said. It's not that, senior brother. I am just tired. I will be returning now. Lin Fan lowered his head and said. Junior brother. Yin Mo Chen watched Lin Fan worriedly, his figure seemed somewhat depressed, is he really alright? November LBJNN. Lin Fan lied down on his bed and gave a sigh, today was a complete waste. All my efforts were for nothing. At least give me something useful and let me feel a bit happy. But this entire day, it was either rubbish or broken, with not a single decent item appearing. FCK. Lin Fan covered himself with his bed sheets and without a further word went to sleep. At this moment, the room became silent, the fire flickered about inside the lantern on the table, as if it were reacting to Lin Fan. The sky became darker, and aside from the moonlight and bright stars shining down upon the earth, all was silent and peaceful. Ah, I refuse to accept this. Lin Fan suddenly sat up, throwing aside his bed sheets, now fully awake. Without another word, Lin Fan rose up and left the room, slowly disappearing into the darkness. In a certain outer sect disciple's house, the insides were still bright, and the person inside was obviously not asleep. Currently, inside the house, Wang Tianfeng smiled while taking out a manual he had just obtained today from his senior brother Yi Zhongyu. Open double angle bracket burning palm close double angle bracket. The world's martial skills were divided into 4 categories, heaven, earth, dark, and light. Though this manual open double angle bracket burning palm close double angle bracket was a lower martial skill of the dark category, to Wang Tianfeng this was a precious martial skill. Outer sect disciples could only practice martial skills under the light category. As for the dark category, only inner sect disciples could study them. Wang Tianfeng hastily opened the manual and began diligently remembering the incantations. As long as he mastered the open double angle bracket burning palm close double angle bracket, even Nimingyang wouldn't be a match for him. Upon thinking about Nimingyang, Wang Tianfeng was filled with anger, that despicable guy actually went and snitched on him to senior brother Yi. Luckily, senior brother Yi is open-minded and took no notice of that guy. Of course, Wang Tianfeng understood that the reason senior brother Yi ignored that guy was because he couldn't be bothered with it, as that person still wasn't of concern to him. After remembering a few lines of incantations, Wang Tianfeng carefully stored the manual away within his chest and got into a lotus position while focusing on the incantations. Dong dong. At this time, Wang Tianfeng frowned, who would come this late at night? Dong dong. The knocking continued endlessly. I'm coming, I'm coming. Not going to sleep even though it's so late, just what do you want? Wang Tianfeng shouted while swearing. But when Wang Tianfeng opened his door, he was stunned. There was not a single person in sight. He then swore loudly and closed the door, hastily getting back into the lotus position in his bed. Dong dong. A knock sounded on the door once again at this moment. Who's there? At this point, Wang Tianfeng didn't get out of bed and instead impatiently shouted. After hearing the person outside continually knocking on the door, Wang Tianfeng became livid, immediately rushing off the bed and opening the door. But what made Wang Tianfeng even more enraged was the fact that there wasn't a single person outside. Who's there? Show yourself, coming to disturb me in middle of the night. I will kill you, Wang Tianfeng shouted while swearing. Lin Fan, who was hiding in the shadows, began laughing upon seeing the flustered-looking Wang Tianfeng, his previous depression now all swept away. After Wang Tianfeng closed his door again, Lin Fan silently crept forth, preparing another wave. But when Lin Fan arrived in front of the entrance, Wang Tianfeng suddenly opened the door. Lin Fan jolted, obviously surprised. Damn, it seems Wang Tianfeng also knows how to be sly. Alright then, so it was you. It seems yesterday's punishment wasn't enough. In that case, I will let you know what happens to people like you. After seeing it was Lin Fan, Wang Tianfeng immediately launched a fist forth without a second word. Brat, let's see who can save you now. Wang Tianfeng was enraged at this point. This guy repeatedly tried to provoke him, he was simply testing his patience. Bam! The punch which contained all of Wang Tianfeng's anger smashed upon Lin Fan. According to Wang Tianfeng, it seemed that this time he would be gravely injured. Ding! Congratulations, open double angle bracket eternal demon body close double angle bracket experience +10. Huh, Lin Fan was a bit surprised. Huh, Wang Tianfeng was in disbelief. Wang Tianfeng looked at Lin Fan in disbelief, how is this guy still alright? As for Lin Fan, he didn't think that this guy would merely increase his experience by 10 points. What the hell, you brat, yours truly just didn't use his full strength. Just letting you settle in a bit. Wang Tianfeng did not believe that his punch had no effect on the other party. He gave an angry roar, prepared to use his full strength to make this guy understand just what kind of horrible thing would happen to people who provoked him. But at this point, Wang Tianfeng's angry expression suddenly changed. There was a bit of ecstasy along with a bit of sourness. Seriously, only 10 points. Useless. Lin Fan rolled his eyes, then turned around and left in disdain. Ding! Congratulations, open double angle bracket monkey steals peach +100. Ding! Defeated 6th level Precelestial, Wang Tianfeng, experience +500. The previously enraged Wang Tianfeng held his crotch while crouching down, as tears streamed down his face. The pain within his eggs swept throughout his entire body. Lin Fan, I will never forgive you. Wang Tianfeng roared out with his last ounce of strength as tears surged forth. In the darkness, Lin Fan's dull reply echoed forth. Weakling that only gives 10 experience points. Chapter 18, Senior Brother Licks Crazily. Chapter 18, Senior Brother Licks Crazily. Lin Fan was a bit disappointed. The 6th level Precelestial Wang Tianfeng beat upon him and merely increased his experience by 10 points. Just what was he supposed to do in the future? Though there were many outer sect disciples and ones with higher cultivation base than Wang Tianfeng did exist, the difference was merely 1 or 2 levels. Just how much experience could they give? Heh, Lin Fan gave a soft sigh, displaying his helplessness. Lin Fan didn't feel that he really belonged in the Saint Devil sect. After all, as a modern person, he didn't concede to anyone. But there were still some people inside the Saint Devil sect that Lin Fan had a good impression of. For example, both Senior Brother Ni and Senior Brother Yin. Lin Fan walked aimlessly on the path then stopped, standing in front of a house in surprise for a moment. Wasn't this Senior Brother Han Lu's place? As for Senior Brother Han, Lin Fan felt really disappointed. He had previously used open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket in the hope that Senior Brother Han would play the senior role and bring a wave of people to beat him up. But in the end, who would have thought that Senior Brother Han instead just acted like nothing happened? This was far too lenient. Now that open double angle bracket titanium grade demon body close double angle bracket had upgraded to open double angle bracket eternal demon body close double angle bracket, the 4th level Precelestial Senior Brother Han wouldn't be able to bring any experience to Lin Fan. But Lin Fan felt that since he was already here, he might as well talk with him and improve their relationship or something. Lin Fan clenched his hand and gave a smile. To be truthful, his main goal was still to steal a peach and increase the experience of open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket. I will do it. Lin Fan tidied up clothes, felt his hair and brushed his hands in a satisfactory manner, preparing for an uninvited surprise. Inside the house, Han Lun was currently continuing his cultivation. Day and night, aside from resting 5 hours each day, Han Lu didn't waste any of his time. He had entered the sect late and missed out on the prime opportunity for training. At the same time, his qualifications were very average. Upon his entrance, this had already been determined, and he had not made much progress since. But Han Lu didn't give up, for he had the Holy Jade Bottle. He believed that as long as he had this treasure, he would most definitely become a top-notch warrior. He had been stuck on 4th level Precelestial for a month now, but tonight, Han Lu was prepared to break through to become a 5th level Precelestial. Han Lu was a low-key person and very enduring. He would never act too high and mighty until his cultivation base had reached a certain level. At this moment, Han Lu picked up a porcelain bowl. Inside was a mysterious liquid that gave off a nice scent. Han Lu smelled the scent, his mouth twisting into a smile. The liquid inside this bowl contained the monthly circulation pill given by the sect. Han Lu worked hard and accumulated 2 months' worth of it before grounding it into powder and adding hot water, then finally adding in a drop of the dew of the gods. With this, maybe he could even break through to the 6th level Precelestial. Han Lu excitedly clenched his fist. As long as his cultivation continually rose in the future, he would definitely catch the attention of the higher-ups. And as long as he caught their attention, he would be able to attain much more resources, and wouldn't have to be as sparing as now. The cultivation pill was a low-quality medicinal pill, but Han Lu still needed to carefully save it every month. Han Lu held his month's worth of hard work and brought out the holy jade bottle, dropping a single god's dew inside. The previously already enticing aroma became even more enticing after that. Han Lu nodded contently, then carried the bowl to the door and looked outside at the night sky through the door's peephole. I will definitely become a dragon amongst men, awe-inspiring, and let the entire world worship me, Han Lu. Han Lu passionately spoke about his future dreams, then held up the bowl, preparing to drink it in one gulp. Bam, senior brother Han, I came unannounced today in hopes we could improve our relationship, do you have time? Lin Fan directly pushed open the door and gave a smile while shouting, as if he were entering his own house. Senior brother Han, where are you? Seeing that the room was empty, Lin Fan was suddenly confused. Where did senior brother Han run off to? At this time, Lin found that his feet were a bit wet. When he looked down, he realized that the floor was completely wet with numerous water stains. Senior brother Han, why are you behind the door? Lin Fan was startled. He pulled aside the door and discovered Han Lu standing stupidly behind the door, both his eyes dull as if he had lost all hope. Han Lu's body began trembling, his dull eyes glanced at the water stains on the floor. His month's worth of medicinal pill. Lin Fan squinted. Judging from senior brother Han's expression, it seems like he lost something precious to him. Lin Fan then realized he perhaps had done something bad. Not knowing what to do, Lin Fan then rubbed his head. Oh, it seems I came to the wrong house. Senior brother Han, I thought this was my house. So please excuse me, I will take my leave now. Not waiting for Han Lu's response, Lin Fan hastily opened the door, preparing to close it and quickly retreat. Stop. But just when Lin Fan was preparing his retreat, Han Lu spoke up. Lin Fan looked towards senior brother Han and gave a foolhardy smile. Senior brother Han, is there something else? Lin Fan asked. No, you can leave. Han Lu's body trembled violently, but he tried his best to keep his composure. Lin Fan, who was watching this, became a bit scared. When people tried to bottle up their anger, it could sometimes be rather bad for their body. Lin Fan immediately retreated without another word. When Lin Fan left, Han Lu then closed the door. But the moment the door closed, Han Lu exploded. Splash! Han Lu knelt down, tears streaming down his face, as he looked at the puddle of water on the floor. Just what have I, Han Lu, ever done to deserve this sort of thing? Lin Fan, if I don't kill you in this life, then my life would have been in vain. At this moment, Han Lu's expression changed, becoming ferocious yet grim, his grievances piercing through the heavens. Han Lu stood up, his face filled with tears, then slightly opens the door and carefully looked outside. After confirming there was no one there, he immediately shut the door and instantly crouched down on the floor. At this moment inside the silent room, only the sound of slurping could be heard. If Lin Fan were still here, he most definitely would cover his eyes in disbelief. Dirty, it was far too dirty. The medicinal powers are still there. The previously grieving Han Lu let out a crazy smile, then began frantically licking away. His licking was completely earth-shattering. The floor seemed as if it would give away to his licking. It wasn't until after the floor was completely dry did he then instantly got into a lotus position and began his cultivation. Half the medicinal powers were lost, so a 6th level Precelestial was out of the question. But there was still a glimmer of hope left for a 5th level Precelestial. Lin Fan returned to his house and lifted his legs, his 2 hands behind his head as he lied down on the bed. It seems senior brother Han isn't an easy opponent, Lin Fan said to himself. The puddle of water on the floor gave off an enticing aroma. As long as one wasn't a fool, anyone would realize that it must be valuable. And Lin Fan knew what it was. He understood that it definitely wasn't something a regular outer sect disciple could obtain. Just how did senior brother Han get it then? Lin Fan wasn't too sure about that point. But for Lin Fan, this wasn't that important a matter. He was more than overpowered enough since he already had his own system. Rate translation quality. 52 comments, join in. Chapter 19. This junior brother is a bit cold. The next day, in the morning, Lin Fan always believed in this one saying. The early bird gets the worm. In an outer sect where the competition was this intense, Lin Fan needed to make use of every second and minute. Morning, noon, afternoon. Every day, Lin Fan could only utilize these times to go observe the outer sect disciples. The rest of the time, the outer sect disciples would hold themselves up in their own homes to train. To Lin Fan, he felt that the houses were cramped to the point one would easily catch a disease from being in there too much. Lin Fan wandered about in the dining hall, his bright two eyes glancing all about the surroundings. But at this moment, Lin Fan's eyes lit up as he discovered his target. In front of him, two people were bitterly quarreling away as if any moment a fight could break out. My fellow two brothers, calm down. If there is any issue, just talk it out. Don't ruin your relationship. Lin Fan immediately stepped forward and said. Junior brother, you came at just the right time. Hear this, last time he borrowed 10 of my circulation pills, saying that he wanted to raise his current cultivation base, and that next month he would give me 10 extra circulation pills. But he now refuses to pay up. Isn't this despicable? The person talking didn't look particularly strong. His expression was angry, but the moment Lin Fan appeared, it gave him an opportunity to vent out his anger. The other outer sect disciple was unable to hold back upon hearing this. You are completely lying. I never said I would give you 10 extra pills. Junior brother, don't listen to him. I only said I would give him 1 extra pill. Seeing what the two persons were arguing about, Lin Fan gave a slight smile. Who would have thought that within the sect there would be loan sharks? My fellow two brothers, listen to me. So any of you have a written testimony? Lin Fan asked with a serious face. No, I trusted him, that's why I gave it to him. Who would have thought he was this kind of a person? You are just making stuff up. What do you mean this kind of person? It was decided beforehand I would only give 1 extra pill for this deal. ... Seeing the two once again starting to argue, Lin Fan hastily grabbed the two people. My fellow two brothers, please just listen to me. Alright, junior brother, go ahead then. Right. Lin Fan looked at the two people. My fellow two brothers, it seems as if both of you were friends, correct? HMPH. That was the past. We're not friends anymore. I also don't want a friend like you. Lin Fan smiled and said very seriously, my fellow two brothers, becoming enemies over something like this, don't you think it's quite a loss? After hearing Lin Fan say this, the two people both paused for a moment. If he gives me my 10 medicinal pills, then we'll still be friends. Impossible. If you admit you're wrong, then I'll continue being your friend. ... After that, the two people began arguing again. Lin Fan gave a sigh and flexed his hands. My fellow two brothers, don't argue. This issue, just leave it to me to handle. I will definitely make sure you two become friends again. The two looked at Lin Fan suspiciously, not understanding just what this junior brother was trying to do. But the next second, they both instantly experienced it. Monkey steals peach. Ding, congratulations, open double angle bracket, monkey steals peach, close double angle bracket, experience plus 300. Ding, congratulations, open double angle bracket, monkey steals peach, close double angle bracket, experience plus 300. Ding, congratulations on defeating 5th level Precelestial Disciple, experience plus 400. Ding, congratulations on defeating 4th level Precelestial Disciple, experience plus 300. ... Lin Fan then looked down towards the two people who were crouching down while clutching their crotch in pain, gave a wave and then went on his merry way. For Lin Fan, he felt that if these two people had a common enemy, they would surely become friends. So, in order to allow these two people to rekindle their pure friendship, so what if he played the role of the bad guy? Who could blame him since he was such a good person who was determined to help others? ... Along the way, Lin Fan ran into several problems, and each time, Lin Fan would be the first to step up to resolve the issue. Even though this made the other parties hate him, none of this mattered to Lin Fan. Because what he was doing was for their own good, so one day they would come to surely understand it. Oh, senior brother Han. At this time, Lin Fan saw Han Lu and remembered what happened last night. Lin Fan then began feeling a bit guilty about it. Han Lu seemed to be in a good mood today. Yesterday night, he had successfully attained 5th level Precelestial. Although he couldn't make it to 6th level Precelestial, at least he made a good start. But at this moment, Han Lu heard someone call him and looked around puzzled. But when he saw the person calling him, his expression immediately changed. He lowered his head and quickened his pace, pretending he didn't see this person. Because Han Lu feared that he wouldn't be able to control his emotions and would try to mercilessly kill the said person. Senior brother, senior brother, Lin Fan shouted out a few times, but upon seeing Han Lu ignore him, he let out a sigh. That senior brother was far too stingy. Lin Fan then went back to business as usual, continuing his good deeds, solving the problems of his fellow sect brothers. After Lin Fan's continuous efforts, the experience of open double-angle bracket monkey steals peach close double-angle bracket rose quickly. Ding, congratulations, open double-angle bracket monkey steals peach close double-angle bracket level up. Lin felt immensely joyful at this point. His open double-angle bracket monkey steals peach close double-angle bracket leveled up. He wondered what open double-angle bracket monkey steals peach close double-angle bracket would become like after it was upgraded. With Lin Fan's continuous use of open double-angle bracket monkey steals peach close double-angle bracket, he then realized this underhanded martial skill, if raised to a certain level, would be a powerful existence. It seemed that the world's martial skills all started from simple to advanced, even the top-tier martial skills were also created by others. The origin of these creations most likely also started from the basic. Only through continuous experimenting and continuous cultivation did they finally become top-tier martial skills. Open double-angle bracket monkey steals peach close double-angle bracket only had one move, so the only person able to master it to such an extent and raise it to beyond its original level was most likely only Lin Fan. Even the creator of open double-angle bracket monkey steals peach close double-angle bracket couldn't compare to him. Lin Fan had one dream at the moment, which was to raise the underhanded martial skill open double-angle bracket monkey steals peach close double-angle bracket to a top-tier martial skill. When Lin Fan walked into the dining hall and looked around, he realized that there were several people gathered in the vicinity. Lin Fan's heart leaped with joy. All right. It seems another big incident is about to happen. Lin Fan then immediately bounded forward. But when Lin Fan saw the situation inside, he lost all motivation. Wang Tianfang, this 10 experience points guy again. Currently, Wang Tianfang had found yet another weakling. The person who had his food stolen was likely a newly initiated junior brother, but this junior brother was a bit strange. His face was very calm, but Lin Fan sensed an immense anger burning within this junior brother's eyes. And the anger wasn't the average type of anger, but instead a killing intent kind of anger. No-vel-b-in.c-om. The surrounding people whispered about. Fang Han is quite unlucky. Yeah, only just entering and having to deal with this, it's rather sad. You can get lost now. Wang Tianfang looked at Fang Han and said disdainfully. Wang Tianfang recently had been through a lot of failures, so picking on these weaklings felt really good to him. At this point, Fang Han clenched his teeth while looking at Wang Tianfang. He understood that the person backing up Wang Tianfang was Yi Zhongyu, so he could only endure. In the future, he definitely would obliterate this scumbag. Even Yi Zhongyu was merely a small stepping stone towards his future. And what gave Fang Han this much confidence was the fact that he possessed the heritage of the ancient great devil emperor of the Devil's Way. Lin Fan looked at the current situation unfolding in front of him. Seeing the newly initiated junior brother being bullied by Wang Tianfang, he felt that since he was a senior brother, he should also act like one. Lin Fan coughed a few times lightly. Wang Tianfang, do you want to eat peaches again? At this moment the still very arrogant Wang Tianfang heard this sentence and was stunned for a bit, then turned around and saw Lin Fan. His expression slightly changed as he felt his crotch become chilly. Then without saying a word, he placed the meal back on the table, turned around and walked away. Upon seeing Wang Tianfang leave, Lin Fan also didn't bother to stop him. After all, he was merely a scrub that was only worth 10 experience points, what else was there to say? Thank you, senior brother. Fang Han coldly said, then took his meal and left. Oh, so he's also a bit cold. Not bad, not bad. Lin Fan smiled. The more attitude a person had, the better, because a person with more attitude would also grow better in the future, and become his experience farm. Chapter 19. This junior brother is a bit cold. Chapter 19. This junior brother is a bit cold. The next day, in the morning, Lin Fan always believed in this one saying. The early bird gets the worm. In an outer sect where the competition was this intense, Lin Fan needed to make use of every second and minute. Morning, noon, afternoon. Every day, Lin Fan could only utilize these times to go observe the outer sect disciples. The rest of the time, the outer sect disciples would hold themselves up in their own homes to train. To Lin Fan, he felt that the houses were cramped to the point one would easily catch a disease from being in there too much. Lin Fan wandered about in the dining hall, his bright two eyes glancing all about the surroundings. But at this moment, Lin Fan's eyes lit up as he discovered his target. In front of him, two people were bitterly quarreling away as if any moment a fight could break out. My fellow two brothers, calm down. If there is any issue, just talk it out. Don't ruin your relationship. Lin Fan immediately stepped forward and said. Junior brother, you came at just the right time. Hear this, last time he borrowed 10 of my circulation pills, saying that he wanted to raise his current cultivation base, and that next month he would give me 10 extra circulation pills. But he now refuses to pay up. Isn't this despicable? The person talking didn't look particularly strong. His expression was angry, but the moment Lin Fan appeared, it gave him an opportunity to vent out his anger. The other outer sect disciple was unable to hold back upon hearing this. You are completely lying. I never said I would give you 10 extra pills. Junior brother, don't listen to him. I only said I would give him 1 extra pill. Seeing what the two persons were arguing about, Lin Fan gave a slight smile. Who would have thought that within the sect there would be loan sharks? My fellow two brothers, listen to me. So any of you have a written testimony? Lin Fan asked with a serious face. No, I trusted him, that's why I gave it to him. Who would have thought he was this kind of a person? You are just making stuff up. What do you mean this kind of person? It was decided beforehand I would only give 1 extra pill for this deal. ... Seeing the two once again starting to argue, Lin Fan hastily grabbed the two people. My fellow two brothers, please just listen to me. Alright, junior brother, go ahead then. Right. Lin Fan looked at the two people. My fellow two brothers, it seems as if both of you were friends, correct? HMPH. That was the past. We're not friends anymore. I also don't want a friend like you. Lin Fan smiled and said very seriously, my fellow two brothers, becoming enemies over something like this, don't you think it's quite a loss? After hearing Lin Fan say this, the two people both paused for a moment. If he gives me my 10 medicinal pills, then we'll still be friends. Impossible. If you admit you're wrong, then I'll continue being your friend. ... After that, the two people began arguing again. Lin Fan gave a sigh and flexed his hands. My fellow two brothers, don't argue. This issue, just leave it to me to handle. I will definitely make sure you two become friends again. The two looked at Lin Fan suspiciously, not understanding just what this junior brother was trying to do. But the next second, they both instantly experienced it. Monkey steals peach. Ding, congratulations, open double angle bracket, monkey steals peach, close double angle bracket, experience plus 300. Ding, congratulations, open double angle bracket, monkey steals peach, close double angle bracket, experience plus 300. Ding, congratulations on defeating 5th level Precelestial Disciple, experience plus 400. Ding, congratulations on defeating 4th level Precelestial Disciple, experience plus 300. ... Lin Fan then looked down towards the two people who were crouching down while clutching their crotch in pain, gave a wave and then went on his merry way. For Lin Fan, he felt that if these two people had a common enemy, they would surely become friends. So, in order to allow these two people to rekindle their pure friendship, so what if he played the role of the bad guy? Who could blame him since he was such a good person who was determined to help others? ... Along the way, Lin Fan ran into several problems, and each time, Lin Fan would be the first to step up to resolve the issue. Even though this made the other parties hate him, none of this mattered to Lin Fan. Because what he was doing was for their own good, so one day they would come to surely understand it. Oh, senior brother Han. At this time, Lin Fan saw Han Lu and remembered what happened last night. Lin Fan then began feeling a bit guilty about it. Han Lu seemed to be in a good mood today. Yesterday night, he had successfully attained 5th level Precelestial. Although he couldn't make it to 6th level Precelestial, at least he made a good start. But at this moment, Han Lu heard someone call him and looked around puzzled. But when he saw the person calling him, his expression immediately changed. He lowered his head and quickened his pace, pretending he didn't see this person. Because Han Lu feared that he wouldn't be able to control his emotions and would try to mercilessly kill the said person. Senior brother, Lin Fan shouted out a few times, but upon seeing Han Lu ignore him, he let out a sigh. That senior brother was far too stingy. Lin Fan then went back to business as usual, continuing his good deeds, solving the problems of his fellow sect brothers. After Lin Fan's continuous efforts, the experience of open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket rose quickly. Ding, congratulations, open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket level up. Lin felt immensely joyful at this point. His open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket leveled up. He wondered what open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket would become like after it was upgraded. With Lin Fan's continuous use of open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket, he then realized this underhanded martial skill, if raised to a certain level, would be a powerful existence. It seemed that the world's martial skills all started from simple to advanced, even the top-tier martial skills were also created by others. The origin of these creations most likely also started from the basic. Only through continuous experimenting and continuous cultivation did they finally become top-tier martial skills. Open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket only had one move, so the only person able to master it to such an extent and raise it to beyond its original level was most likely only Lin Fan. Even the creator of open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket couldn't compare to him. Lin Fan had one dream at the moment, which was to raise the underhanded martial skill open double angle bracket monkey steals peach close double angle bracket to a top-tier martial skill. When Lin Fan walked into the dining hall and looked around, he realized that there were several people gathered in the vicinity. Lin Fan's heart leaped with joy. All right. It seems another big incident is about to happen. Lin Fan then immediately bounded forward. But when Lin Fan saw the situation inside, he lost all motivation. Wang Tianfang, this 10 experience points guy again. Currently, Wang Tianfang had found yet another weakling. The person who had his food stolen was likely a newly initiated junior brother, but this junior brother was a bit strange. His face was very calm, but Lin Fan sensed an immense anger burning within this junior brother's eyes. And the anger wasn't the average type of anger, but instead a killing intent kind of anger. The surrounding people whispered about. Fang Han is quite unlucky. Yeah, only just entering and having to deal with this, it's rather sad. ... You can get lost now. Wang Tianfang looked at Fang Han and said disdainfully. Wang Tianfang recently had been through a lot of failures, so picking on these weaklings felt really good to him. At this point, Fang Han clenched his teeth while looking at Wang Tianfang. He understood that the person backing up Wang Tianfang was Yi Zhongyu, so he could only endure. In the future, he definitely would obliterate this scumbag. Even Yi Zhongyu was merely a small stepping stone towards his future. And what gave Fang Han this much confidence was the fact that he possessed the heritage of the ancient great devil emperor of the Devil's Way. Lin Fan looked at the current situation unfolding in front of him. Seeing the newly initiated junior brother being bullied by Wang Tianfang, he felt that since he was a senior brother, he should also act like one. Lin Fan coughed a few times lightly. Wang Tianfang, do you want to eat peaches again? At this moment the still very arrogant Wang Tianfang heard this sentence and was stunned for a bit, then turned around and saw Lin Fan. His expression slightly changed as he felt his crotch become chilly. Then without saying a word, he placed the meal back on the table, turned around and walked away. Upon seeing Wang Tianfang leave, Lin Fan also didn't bother to stop him. After all, he was merely a scrub that was only worth 10 experience points, what else was there to say? Thank you, senior brother. Fang Han coldly said, then took his meal and left. Oh, so he's also a bit cold. Not bad, not bad. Lin Fan smiled. The more attitude a person had, the better, because a person with more attitude would also grow better in the future, and become his experience farm. Chapter 20. Professions, I will fight you to the death. Chapter 20. Professions, I will fight you to the death. When night fell, the area where the Saint Devil sect's outer disciples lived would become very silent. The quietness was to the point where it actually got somewhat scary. But at this moment, there was one person in the darkness creeping about the houses of various outer sect disciples. After all, since Lin Fan couldn't find a way to level up in the outer sect, he decided to put all his efforts on his profession's skill. Lin Fan was rather stubborn, his blacksmith profession was already level 4, yet he still couldn't make a single decent item. This made Lin Fan quite dissatisfied. In between all the houses of the outer sect disciples was a small channel, and these channels were Lin Fan's hiding spot. When Lin Fan went about looking for targets, he didn't just look around randomly. Instead, he would go about looking for disciples that had already turned the lights off and gone to sleep. No-vel-p-in.c-om. At this point, Lin Fan successfully found a target and prepared to attack. Lin Fan then took a brick from an area of the wall that was already loose, and tossed it into the furnace and began forging. Ding, congratulations on crafting broken tile piece, experience +1. ... Today's first shot was unsuccessfully fired. Lin Fan gave a small cackle, mocking me. I see. Then, I will see how long you can keep this up. I dare you to keep giving me trash. Without another word, Lin Fan began his hard work, picking up a brick, tossing it into the furnace. Ding, congratulations on crafting a pile of useless clay, experience +1. Ding, congratulations on crafting broken tile piece, experience +1. Ding, congratulations on crafting broken tile piece, experience +1. With the passage of time, Lin Fan's heart was about to explode. Are you serious? Can't you just give me a somewhat decent item already? Lin Fan felt flushed, his eyes flashing as he muttered about. At this time, as Lin Fan was focusing on his path to forging, inside a separate house, Fang Han lied on his bed without a single breath. Fang Han obtained the Devil Emperor's heritage, so his starting point was higher than anyone else. His cultivation method was also of course seemingly peerless. What Fang Han was currently cultivating was the Devil Emperor's exclusive martial skill Open Double Angle Bracket Demon Dimension Close Double Angle Bracket. Just slightly cultivating this martial skill could allow him to open a monstrous demon realm, where he could then gather demon energy and at the same time summon numerous kinds of powerful demons. But now, Fang Han was at the most crucial moment, sealing himself away and cultivating the demon dimension seed, unable to sense anything that was going on outside. Even if there were a person causing a ruckus next to him, he still wouldn't be able to sense it. Currently, Lin Fan's expression was becoming more and more livid. An entire wall of bricks had already been thrown into the furnace. Ding, congratulations on crafting broken tile piece, experience +1. Ding, congratulations, blacksmith leveled up, rank +1. Lin Fan, whose heart was about to collapse, after hearing the level up notification suddenly smiled. The blacksmith skill was already level 5, it couldn't possibly still give trash, right? Lin Fan stopped and rubbed his hands, his good fortune was coming. The shot of a level 5, it definitely would succeed. Lin Fan then picked up a piece of brick and tossed it into the furnace. Come now, my little companion. Lin Fan's inside screamed, his eyes bright, awaiting for his legendary weapon to appear. Ding, congratulations on crafting slightly broken tile piece, experience +1. FCK. Lin Fan, who was originally full of expectations, suddenly felt like sh*t as his expression changed and a desire to just die emerged. The blacksmith skill is already level 5, can't you at least give me a little bit of hope? Do you really have to fight me to the death? Lin Fan went crazy at this moment. Alright, I refuse to believe that you won't give me a legendary weapon. Lin Fan's heart roared, not caring about anything anymore, he started tossing brick after brick into the furnace. Ding, congratulations on crafting slightly broken tile piece, experience +1. Ding, congratulations on crafting a slightly better pile of useless clay, experience +1. Ding, congratulations on crafting slightly better tile piece, experience +1. Lin Fan's vision was completely lost with only bricks within his eyes. Wherever the bricks were, Lin Fan's pair of demon hands would also be there. After an unknown amount of time, as the sky became a little lighter, Lin Fan could be seen gasping for breath. In a single night, his blacksmith level had gone up 3 levels. The bricks he crafted ranged into the thousands, but this detestable profession, in the end, didn't give him a single useful weapon. If it weren't broken tile pieces, it would instead be piles of clay. Lin Fan wiped away the sweat from his brow. Alright then, since you want to play, yours truly will play with you to the death. I refuse to believe my luck is this bad. Oh, at this moment, Lin Fan gasped, isn't that junior brother Fang? Just why is junior brother Fang sleeping outside? Lin Fan was enraged, what bastard could be this cruel and force junior brother Fang to sleep outside? As his senior brother, I must investigate. I can't let my junior brother suffer this injustice after all. Junior brother Fang, wake up. Without another thought, Lin Fan ran forth and started slapping Fang Han's face. But Fang Han didn't even move the slightest, as if he were dead. And just when Lin Fan was about to perform his heroic deed of saving his junior brother, he suddenly froze up. This isn't right. Lin Fan was stunned, then he stood there stupidly while glancing around. This is. At this point, Lin Fan suddenly realized and without another word ran off as fast as he could. Damn it, yesterday, I was too focused on my work and ended up dismantling my junior brother's house. If junior brother wakes up and sees that his house is gone, he will definitely try and fight me to the death. So the best choice at the moment is to immediately retreat and just act like the rest of the ignorant masses. After returning to his house, Lin Fan then blocked the door with his back while gasping for breath, as if he had done something bad. Looks like I need to be more careful. Dismantling a house even by accident is a rather immoral thing. For tonight's operation, I must keep my composure. Currently in the morning, Fang Han, who was lying on his bed, opened his eyes, his mouth revealing a trace of a smile. Success. The demon dimension seed has been successfully cultivated, my future cultivation path will be easy now. As long as nothing happens, the future Devil Emperor will be I, Fang Han. As for the current Saint Devil sect, Fang Han didn't even consider it anything. When he became the Devil Emperor, a mere Saint Devil sect like this will also be worshipping him. Because I, Devil Emperor Fang Han, once stayed here after all. After Fang Han had adjusted his mentality, he prepared to get up and go eat at the dining hall, but at this moment Fang Han froze. How is it so bright in my room? The air is also very fresh, huh? Fang Han gasped and immediately sat up. When he saw the scene in front of him, he was utterly dumbfounded. What the FCK happened? Currently, multiple outer sect disciples were outside of Fang Han's house pointing curiously. Fang Han's expression turned cold, he then got dressed. Damn, who did this? Inside Fang Han's cold eyes, a raging fire burned forth. If he ever discovered who did this, he would make them pay dearly. As for those ants that are laughing at me, when I achieve my full cultivation, I will send you all into the deepest depths of hell.